We're going to take all the breeding age females and bring them to Las Vegas, and I'll distribute them to the men who have changed their names to Corey. No kings, no presidents, no senators, just Corey. I don't need to sleep. I don't use currency. I'm not a part of this time. I used to be 2 Corys, now I'm 1.
Oh.
What are you guys into? What do you do?
We're tech.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all going away. Currency, everything. We're going to flip into a new society.
What do you do?
I'm outside of space and time. Change your name to Corey. After that, you will be executed. If you don't change your name to Corey in 3 months, you're going to be executed.
Greenland is sitting on a ton of raw earth minerals, 43 out of the 50 critical minerals for our infrastructure, for chips and for fighter jets.
It's not clicking with me.
It's like this. Greenland is sitting on a ton of trend, and the Mr. Olympia is coming up, and they don't want to run it because they're all natty. And their dad, Denmark's not into it either. And China is blasting Tren and D-Ball and Anavar and HGH and Test, and they're looking yoked, and they're going to take it from us, the USA. And the USA needs the Tren. And so we're basically like, hey, Greenland, sell us the Tren, or don't be surprised if we get aggressive.
Right. Are you going to ask me a question or something?
So, what do you think Greenland should do? Should they just start blasting Tren
Run
themselves?
the trend, yeah. The answer is always to run the trend.
So they should get rid of their uranium concerns, just explore their own rare earth minerals, and develop that so they can dictate their own future.
The mineral stuff didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I think they should run the trend.
I'll give you $10 million if you can last 30 days locked in a room with your ex. Okay, that sounds like easy money, Jimmy. All of your exes. Oh. Okay, I gotta clear out this room real quick. Pick me. You don't even know yourself. You went to college and got a job that had nothing to do with your major. No personality. Dirty. I don't even consider you an ex. Why is she here? You lip sync to underground music just to look niche. Negative canthal tilt and recessed maxilla. Your parents like me more than you. You had a guy best friend that you said is like a cousin to you, and you still let him hit. That's odd. Okay, anyone else left? Hello, Giggle. Mariah? I haven't seen you since Christmas. You can split the money with Mariah Carey, or you can press this button and keep it all for yourself. Giggle. Mariah. I just saved you a huge headache from paying taxes on $10 million. You don't want to deal with that, baby girl. You know that, right? Yeah, I guess you're right. Come on, baby. Go on and get your ass out of here. Right! 10 mil!
Oh, shit! Oh!
10 million!
Yeah.
You know what that means?
No, no.
10 million on 17 black. All in on 17 black. Oh, shit, Giggle. You're crazy, man. 17 black. Let's go! You're crazy, dude. Let it ride. Wait, what? What? 17 black. Oh my God. Heck shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go home now. Let it ride. Okay. Stop. Giggle. Stop. 17 black. Let it ride. You can stop now. 17 black. You can stop. Stop. Giggle. The house always has the edge, Roy. The house is edging. Fuck Vegas. Fuck yeah, buy, sell, buy, sell. What are you guys doing? Shut up, Ugg, we're fucking crypto gurus. You're literally buying coins because the names make you laugh. Okay, now type in shit, piss, fart, poopy, butt, ass coin, see what comes up. Yeah, okay, I just bought it. You guys are fucking idiots. Let's fucking go, we made 100K! What?
I love Benjamin Netanyahu. All the hate being spread about my beautiful king is being led by uninformed goyim. Dear Netanyahu, I hope you know that I love you.
Niggas, yo niggas in the chat, can I get a fuck yeah from my niggas in the chat? Let's go. Shout out to all the realest niggas in the game. From the OG nigga and the super chat nigga himself. Thank you for the huge...
Lock in for a nigga. You wondering why you ain't made it to the top and ain't got no motion cause you won't lock in. Lock in.
Fuck your peptides. You're gonna go to ASU, you're gonna meet a girl, make her your girlfriend, fall in love with her, alright? Meet her family, have her meet yours, spend all your money on her the entire 9 yards. Then, a couple months later, you're gonna do some digging, you're gonna do some research, you're gonna find out some background information. I promise you are not gonna wanna eat for a long ass time. And it's not even like you're gonna have to force yourself. You genuinely are not gonna wanna eat. Then you're gonna lose hella weight, get shredded as fuck. And it's lit. Alright, follow for more fitness tips.
The only thing that I've seen from you that has not, really panned out is the old Bitcoin statement.
I still don't believe in Bitcoin, but as Jamie Dimon said a couple years, not just to me, to the shareholders, if my customers want me to make a market in I'll make a market in If you think it's going to replace the dollar as the main currency, if you think it's going to be like the national bank, that's just not going to happen.
But it's happening.
No, it's not. So it has $2 trillion in value, whatever the value is. But if you think that the Ford Foundation, the Rocket Foundation, the Federal Bank Reserve,
they're all buying it.
They're 1%.
Well, why would they want any if it's going to be valueless?
Because it's an embarrassment clause. Just in case it goes to $1 trillion, they participated. It's just so they're not totally embarrassed.
What I find fascinating. Even within black pill communities, there's a contradictory impulse towards action. Looks maxing, mewing, bone smashing, all of these absurd, borderline self-destructive practices are aimed at improving physical appearance. On the surface, it contradicts the black pill's fatalism. It's striving. If everything's determined by genetics, why bother? But I think what's happening is this. Looks maxing is the aesthetic expression of the will to survive. It's young men saying, okay, fine. The game is rigged, but I'm going to squeeze every advantage I can out of the hand I was dealt. It's tragic in the very classical sense. It's Sisyphus pushing the boulder. It's the Stoics accepting fate, but acting with excellence anyway. Because here's the thing about the ancient Stoics. They were black-pilled. They believed in determinism. They believed that fate was already written, that the universe unfolded according to an inevitable logic, and that most of what happened to you was outside of your control. But their response was, act anyway. Control what you can control.
Machiavelli tells us when you're a man with empty pockets, even a simple hello will make people think that you're asking for something. Poverty is not just the absence of gold, it's the cloak that turns every word into a plea. The world doesn't hear your voice, it hears the weight of the hunger behind it. A greeting from the poor is suspicion, but the same greeting from the rich is charm. This is why men starve with pride rather than beg with dignity, because in the eyes of society, need itself is treated as a crime. You will learn that silence earns more respect than honesty when spoken from weakness. And once you carry wealth, even your lies are seen as truth, your insults are seen as wisdom, and your presence is seen as a gift. Fortune is not only power, it's the mask that makes even your smallest gesture appear as noble. Until then, remember this, an empty hand wins no friend.
I knew a motherfucker who was so ass at trading that this nigga became good at trading from literally doing the opposite of what the fuck he was gonna do, gang. That's how shitty that nigga was at trading. That every decision that nigga made, the stock literally did the opposite every single time. And so what this nigga started to do was literally, instead of him going with his first thought, he would do the opposite of what his first thought was, and that nigga would hit every time, gang. That's how that nigga became profitable, bro. I swear to God, bro. Think about it, gang. So that nigga literally became profitable from sucking ass at trading. Bro, I swear to God, bro, I'm not trolling, gang. I'm dead ass, bro. That nigga just had the worst luck in the market, bro. So what he started to do was, if his first thought was calls, that nigga would play a put and hit on that bitch, bro. That nigga ran it up off that shit, bro. I swear to God, to this day. To this day, bro, that nigga is a beast at trading from sucking ass, bro. Hey!
I recently came to the realization that I don't actually need therapy. I just need a bad bitch. I just need a bad bitch. And the only way to get a bad bitch is with slightly bigger muscles and more money. That's what's been stopping me. The key to happiness this whole time has been vanity and materialism. I've been worrying about things like intimacy, finding like-minded individuals, and meaningful work, when really, I just needed to start taking steroids and doing summer sales. Because that's what other people look for and desire in a partner, is money and slightly bigger muscles.
Broski, the market is so red, I thought my MacBook was bleeding.
This is the end, cuz. Yesterday I was a millionaire, today I'm a slumdog.
This is not a dip, this is a black hole.
Imbeciles. They have no idea. This is not a black hole, this is the beginning of a big bang.
Why is Broski not panicking with us?
Yeah, why is he so unfazed?
Check your wallet, cuz. The crypto is down 85%.
Allow him, Broski, he's still in denial.
Is it down by 85%? Or is it 85% off?
Oh shit! Nah, gang, not the hustler mindset.
Not the hustler mindset.
Bro said it's not a crash, it's a discount. Circumstances, but you can change your mentality.
Remember, brothers, the market sends his toughest battles to his most financially literate soldiers. When the Nasdaq falls, will you give up? Or remember that no amount of setbacks defeat a qualified mind? You see a dip and start to sell, but I remember that sudden emotions lack logic. Down isn't permanent. So I invest more into the S&P because I was born to struggle and persist.
Nah, man, them. How does he do
this guy knows something. Broski, was you in the board meeting with Donald Trump? So tell me, brothers, when the crops go dry, will you sell your land or sow more seeds, knowing that the harvest will always return?
He's really got that hustler mindset. Bro's got that JP Morgan mentality. That's that quarter zip discipline, cuz. Yeah, gang. Yeah, a few individuals that make it out, cuz. This guy's one of them.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? You know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right.
Asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money.
And we're live. It's all over. You can log off now.
All to zero. Dan Pena was right. You know, Putin made Bitcoin. He is Satoshi.
That actually would be trippy, dude.
I mean, if Putin was Satoshi, what would happen to the price? Maybe it would actually pump.
Well, welcome you guys to Moongang 10. Actually, no. 20. No. 201.
Ooh, baby. We're on our way to 400.
We're on our way to 400. I mean, the penguin meme just we're gonna die to waddle our way to death.
Hey, dude, we like the last people standing from like. Here's the thing, like we've talked about like Bitboy and a couple other people in the crypto space kind of going like nutso. So what cycle are they on? Because I can't remember.
Bitboy 3-4ish, 3. I guess.
As a professional or just
as a professional? I think he started kind of at the end of 17 a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I guess 17
until 25. Yeah, about 2.5, 3 cycles.
So we're doing 29.
We're gonna go off the crazy train.
Yeah. But speaking of crazy train a little bit, you know, like Chico's back, but he actually came back at a decent time.
Yes, true.
Normally he like leaves like it's getting a little hot now. It's kind of pulling. Ivan on Tech doesn't look the slickest. I love how Ivan does it, but like Chico just goes like.
He's just gone.
But this time he's kind of come back, kind of like whether you want to believe like mid-end cycle to like maybe the beginning of the next cycle, basically. So it's interesting. I like the timing on this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kathy Woods has tried to put the narrative out there that, 4-year cycle is dead. And hey, this is the bottom of the market. We're going into a bull market from here, baby. Right. And it's like, I don't know. Just the way January is ending here so far is not looking great. We do need a price movement back at least towards 90K. Pretty much what we got 6 days. We don't even, it's Sunday, I think is the 31st.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's the monthly close. And my thesis is if we can't get a green January, it's a lot less likely that we'll make a new all-time high, basically. Because for me, it seems like we have to hit a new all-time high within the first half of the year, just because the second half of the year has so much downwards pressure due to the bottom of the 4-year cycle. That narrative is just like a magnet, right? And so you will see a lot of forced liquidation selling into that. Also, I mean, you look at CZ and Binance, right? They're playing into the narrative a bit, but like there was a video of him that I showed on Friday saying, hey, the 4-year cycle's dead and stuff. He can't say it with a straight fucking face, bro, because he's made so much goddamn money off of it. You know what I mean? So like he just can't even lie well.
But he owns a casino though.
But I'm like, okay, so all these crypto guys are getting into Davos. They're getting into the club. DZ's in there now, right? Brian Armstrong's in there now.
The twins.
BitGo, the Winklevoss twins.
BitGo, really?
Yeah, they just IPO'd.
So you mean that club? Okay.
Well, there's various different kinds, right? In Wall Street, the government, all sorts of different stuff. But
Kraken's on his way, like this.
and the interesting thing is, kind of, if you think about it, right? Because you kind of have to play devil's advocate with every player that's in the spaces. Like, when it comes to the last 6 months of what would be into the 4-year cycle low, which would basically be April to October, right? Then they kind of have free reign to liquidate as many people both ways as possible, and nobody's going to blame them for it because, well, we're on the downslope of the cycle, or we're in a bear market, right? So I do think the next 6 days is absolutely critical. If we do close above 88,000, so far so good here. But yeah, the dump going into the weekly close wasn't necessarily the best thing for the market right here.
I didn't like us going below, 87. But we haven't gone much below it, which is
true. Yeah. Once if we go below 84 on a weekly close, that's where I say it's pretty much toast.
Right.
But it's like, that's like 2 strikes and you're on your 3rd strike below 74, but it's too late then.
I mean, hopium time.
Well, yeah, you got to give the real. We got to give the real dose of
yeah.
stuff a little bit. But I mean, at the same time, like I've been saying this all of last week on my episode, or my different episodes, which is if we regain that 50-week or 50-day moving average, which is only at $90,000 right now. Yeah, you can pull it up if you want. Basically, we have a day 54 high on the 60-day cycle. We had a really nice, clean 61-day cycle low, but we could not go back and close above that 50-day moving average. And so what happens if you have 3 or 4 days where you can't close above it? Well, then you go down. The price came down here. So far, it is holding the same range that held during the 60-day cycle. And right now, if we were to keep Sunday as the low or make a quick low here on a Monday, which would be like day 66, as long as Monday to like basically between now, like literally right this second to Wednesday, that's where you have to have the 60-day cycle low this week. Otherwise, I think then you start going in only like basically 100% defense mode, or at least that's my opinion, which if you come here to a day 70 low and you're below 88,000, which you would be because you'd be making new lows from here. In that case, you'd probably be below like 84,000. Then we probably will get a bounce back in February, but that's kind of like the May of 2022 period where it's like right in that month, all of a sudden, Three Arrows Capital, FTX, all these crypto companies just went bust and exploded at that time, right? So I don't think that would happen quite yet, but maybe into the summer, probably when Wall Street's like, okay, we're going to sell in May and go away. I think between now and May, there's enough narrative to kind of push the market around that it'd be more kind of like a kangaroo crab market, even if we do confirm that the top is in, basically. So
I'm starting to hate Australians more every day.
Yeah, they got all those.
But they might need some freedom very soon.
Hey, Canada's first,
but yeah. I mean, there's kind of a laundry list. I've said like geopolitically, we got Cuba. That Cuba shit's going to happen.
Yeah,
Cuba's going to get taken over. Panama Canal is pretty strong, possibly just taking it back. I don't think taking over Panama, but like taking over the canal again. And then Greenland's already like cooked. We got it already. And the Canada one's the interesting one.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild card, right?
Yeah. Alberta for sure, but then if you take Alberta out, they're fucking cooked. Like,
yeah, I mean that's where all the oil is.
That's where all the oil and money is, really. Not good. But the big problem is like, here's the big problem with taking over Canada is that Canada's been infiltrated so heavily by the Chinese that
in Vancouver,
Vancouver, any big city along Canada, basically, that there's this big problem with like they've allowed certain people that we probably wouldn't allow here, and it's like this weird like, okay, we took it over, they're a territory, like. Do you deport those people? Do you like, it gets weird. And there's also a ton of Indians that have also been.
Yeah. I think these days, right? Because like with Greenland, for example, part of the negotiation is, hey, you get to stay sovereign.
Yes.
Right. So it's more of, I think the talk of Trump being like, hey, we're going to like take over your sovereignty, I think is the bluff to basically get what he wants in terms of resources or cooperation.
Yeah. Except for the Cuba one, because that one's so bad.
Exactly. If it was like Haiti or Cuba, anywhere that's like kind of a messed up place, then they probably would have an easier chance.
You want to hear something? I've been listening to a lot of like the geopolitical talks, and then I went into like more of the cultural talks of it in terms of like there's certain guys I listen to when it comes into like researching history or like the history of like certain like places and like why certain governments like certain people, like Haiti is an example versus DR versus a lot of the other places there.
Yeah.
Somalia didn't really work out as well. It has to do with Spain, actually. Basically, places where Spain went into, they actually, by simulation, that means like they said it in a nice way, but what they basically meant is countries where Spain and Portugal went into, they actually fucked the indigenous people.
Yeah.
And actually like bred into them.
Yeah.
And this allowed like the culture to homogenize and actually like, whether they wanted Catholicism, it doesn't matter the religion, but it's just more like because they fused together with the populace, created a class and create, it's
Yeah,
not good.
'cause
But
the
like
North Americans just murdered.
well, no,
Exterminated, killed, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like Mexico, all Latin America and stuff like the Spanish and the Portuguese really did like breed with people, and then that's why you have me, right?
Yeah.
But
you're
then,
basically what? How much? What would you say you're like? What?
I'm
quarter
probably
white.
50. Well, it
55?
depends if you count Portuguese and Spanish as white. Yes. Then yes, I'm like probably like 40-50% white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually surprisingly enough, I'm like 30% Portuguese, 20% Spanish, and the rest is like basically Native American or Native Mexican or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Which one do you like better, Portuguese or Spanish? If you had to choose,
Probably Spanish because I speak Spanish. Like Portuguese, I don't speak Portuguese at all.
True. Yeah.
But that's why it was a shock to me when I looked into it. I was like, oh shit, Portuguese, really?
How much harder is Portuguese than Spanish if you already know Spanish?
Extremely.
If you already know
It's
Spanish?
fucking
It's like
gibberish.
a totally different
It's
language.
gibberish, dog.
It's like French to English.
It's pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
I heard there's like some words that are similar, but maybe it's like German to English. There's like a couple words.
I think I would understand German far better than I
Damn.
would Portuguese. Portuguese
All right.
sounds like I catch scratch. Like, it sounds very weird to me, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah. But like now again, you guys know how I feel about the French.
Dude, Ledger's going to
The
IPO.
guy was-
Ah.
I think it was a 2 or 4 billion evaluation. I think it was like
4 billion.
4 billion, right?
Yeah, and for a company that basically, I think they're getting the. If you want to look at it, because there was another French company recently that lost 50,000 client data. Was I think it was a centralized exchange in France or something like that. I can't remember. It was just last week, but you're like, okay, for exchanging, like basically doxing all these people, you get to IPO.
Yeah.
Because they're not, for how much they fucked up or whatever, they're not really.
Basically, we
that
make it
good of a
liquid.
company.
But because the big thing about IPOing is that there's like, I'll find the list of it. So when you IPO, there's generally 10 banks. So you get into an agreement where you can go to these 10 banks right here,
Right.
Charlie, and you can offload shares by borrowing money on them.
Mhm.
So it's like instantly, like make me liquid. There's a great meme is like, it seems like you only have $4,000 in your bank account. How much did you want to borrow? 57,000. It'd be kind of hard. Let me see if I can talk to my manager. 57 million. Make me liquid, Jamie. And like it's like this whole thing is like then he saw he actually owns a company and he owns shares and he's like, I think you're thinking too small. 57,000. How about 100 million? It's such a good. I'll find it one of these days. It's such a good like clip of like make me like he's Jamie Dimon.
Yeah.
Make me liquid, Jamie.
That's pretty funny.
But apparently the French, when they went into Haiti, they did not breed with Haitians.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. And
yeah, the French, when they came to colonization,
I keep talking bad about the French. I like
when it came to colonization, I was like, they didn't really keep any colonies in America. They had influence on like New Orleans, right? They had influence on like northeastern United States and parts of Canada. But like they never really stayed anywhere. They got pushed out by the British.
Yeah.
Same with the Germans. The Germans kind of tried to come in for a bit. Like there's a couple different European countries that tried, but it's really what the guys who stuck around and really formed it was the UK, pretty much, and then Spain.
Spain, basically.
Those two countries.
And the reason
Portuguese was all in South America.
Yeah, that's because of the laws they created. Kind of they split the world up a little bit. They actually talk about it in that Shogun, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Shogun, because basically the main hero guy is Portuguese.
The Portuguese are the first Westerners who made it to Japan. Yeah,
right. So and
they thought they were.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's from UK. He's from the UK. He's from the UK, actually.
Oh, you mean the main character?
The main character
from
Shogun. Yeah, was that?
Yeah.
The Portuguese are kind of like the bad guys, basically.
The priests and trying to convert to Catholicism and stuff, right?
Right. The reason, so you want to know, here's the crazy part. The reason Portugal, like, and the crazy, that's why it makes me laugh, the whole thing right there. Because he's like, the Portuguese, they're just evil people. But like, the reason Portugal never fell to Spain, because I mean, they're next doors.
Yeah.
Next door. I mean, literally, they're literally there. It's insane, right? Was basically the UK was supporting them because they didn't want a united Spain.
Well, yeah. And also, I mean, they controlled a lot of ocean front.
Yeah.
Right. So like Spain was like one of the best in terms of maritime warfare.
Yeah, especially during all that time. Yeah, and then they got very wealthy, all the money.
Yeah. So like anything England could do to slow them down makes sense to me.
Because I think they were like the number one country. Like they had like a 200-year run, basically.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty good run.
Yeah, it was pretty good run, and I mean, largely succeeded in what they did. It's just basically they had sort of like a Mansa Moon sort of problem. Is like the richest man in the world. Like he went into any country and the price of gold would collapse because he would just give gold away for free to people. Yeah, he was so rich, and it kind of fucked up their economies for like a whole generation in those local areas because like everyone had money. So it was like the weird. It's like there's this movie called like I think it was like Time or Keepers, where everyone's wealth is based off of the amount of money they have on their arm. So like you're born and you get 10 years. So as soon as you're turn 18, you wake up and you have now a clock of time. And the rich have like hundreds or thousands of years.
Oh,
so they'll
interesting.
never age. Like when they look 18 or 20 or whatever, right? And they just never age. And it's a sort of thing where like basically like they're actually afraid to like he's like we need people to die off because it's like if everyone just keep living forever, like that would actually lead to a population problem.
Well, it sounds like a metaphor for how the elite or Davos are trying to control the world. To be honest,
I know it is a grift what they're trying to say now.
But there was a few. I think Larry Fink and a few others said something along the lines of, "Well, we've lost public trust basically completely because they don't have any money.
Right.
We got to get them some money so that way, this market can keep going basically." So they know that they're being greedy fucks.
Time with Justin Timberlake. Yeah, it's a really, really good movie. But basically they said, okay, you guys fucked this up. All right, fine. It's going to take, he's like, you gave away all this money. You gave away all this time to people. It's fine. We'll get everyone back in control. It's going to take us 100, 200 years, but we'll get everyone back to exactly where they were. It's sort of like that whole thing of like, you give everyone $1 million. Half that money's going to be spent within a year.
Yeah.
But regardless,
the tax man's going to take their fair share too.
Exactly. But interesting conversations and stuff around the world,
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, I guess, if you're going with taxes and stuff, is the discussion on getting rid of federal income tax. I think that's a fantastic idea.
Me too. You know what I don't like though? You know what I don't like about it?
What?
They're capping it at $200K.
Okay. And then what's the rate after that?
That's
the question.
That's the fucking question right there. But if they're like, hey, the first 200 doesn't get taxed. All right.
I mean, that's better than nothing.
Better. Hey, I'll take that. Wouldn't like, wait, what is that? 90? No, more than 90. It's like, like 90% of Americans that would like,
it'd cover.
It covered. And so it actually would push to be like, let's not jointly, like if you're married, let's not join our incomes, right? Let's have separate incomes. So, you get taxed less basically. But yeah, that's the rub is like, what's going to be afterwards? There's going to be some crazy like wealth tax, like 50% or like some craziness.
What do you kind of see in the next, between now and let's say 2028, when the next election comes for president of the United States, what do you think can happen between now and then that's going to get retail back in the game? Because that's pretty much what's been missing this entire bull market. You can basically say we've gone through a whole bull market basically in a recession,
right?
Yes,
we have. Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty much what we've just experienced, right? Or at the tail end of experiencing, basically. So the question is, I guess, which year between now and 2030 do people start getting basically money flows back in, if at all? Maybe it stays like this until through one more cycle. It's possible, right?
Yeah,
because right now, I mean, you got the tariff dividends, maybe for $2,000 for people under a certain income. You have, maybe a little bit of money printing, stimmies, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. They don't see anything right around the corner.
It's real estate. It's the real estate. Like, I mean, Trump, the big thing that the one that I was like, I couldn't believe that they were talking about is like allowing you to do your down payment off your 401k. Huge.
Yeah, I saw the video you were playing on your Saturday stream with Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
Basically saying kind of how the rules are going to shift and how that'll shift the market a little bit. So yeah, that was pretty interesting.
I always remember this thing that I saw back in 2009 or 10, like after the collapse already happened. Somebody saying like they did a movie about it. They talked about it. One of the big things they talked about is where there was this huge thing. There was these like think tank hedge fund, like kind of, they're like these larger think tanks where they help the government, right? But they also help like regular businesses. And they said like they did wide swaths of like research of like where Americans have wealth. And they saw like stock market boom 2001, they crashed it. That got wrecked. Where else do Americans still have money? Housing.
Right.
And they're going to run the play again, basically. And pretty much you're going to lower interest rates. It's going to be through refinancing and allowing people to move properties around, basically. That's really where that's where because people have that equity stuck there. Right now, it's like I didn't have a chance to show this in my video on my Saturday stream, but basically there's a video that shows like, what do you do if you're in that position? Basically, like, all right, you bought a house back in 2020 or 21, 3% interest rate. The house is technically a bit higher than where you purchased it at. your payment is like $2,000. And now if you got the same house, it'd be a $4,000 payment. You're kind of stuck. And then all the weird sort of like trappings. They've even talked about like when you sell your home, you take your interest rate with you. Which is I think that's kind of unfair for the most part, but like it could, some people could do it, but then it's like this, there's all these weird like apparatuses where like you can basically sell your house off, but the loan doesn't disappear.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's not, you can do that now, but there's a ton of like, you have to have contracts and everything in place, because what will happen is like, let's just say I try to fuck you over and then I take back my house and I got and you just paid down my mortgage. It's like weird, there's a lot of weirdness with it because it's not done that much, but it's going to be real estate. I mean, and like I've said before, like no matter what,
and that'll be the top layer
yeah.
of retail in terms of like the class. So it'd be the people who, have money basically already
locked in there.
Yeah. They'll liquefy to some extent. Right. And then reinvest. Or spend. Yeah, exactly. Spend.
Escalate sales are going to go through the roof, dog. I'm telling you, dude.
Let's go.
They always expand. The Corvettes are going to see a Corvette on every quarter. But that's really where I believe is going to happen, because like I think the average American can pull out like that bought a house between 2010 to 2020 probably has about $100,000 to $300,000 of equity sitting in the house.
Yep.
And the internet, and like I'm telling you, like a psyop, they're going to push this.
Yep.
They're going to push this because also another reason they want people to get, because like basically the banks lent out so much money at 0%. These loans are technically profitable, but they're kind of like lost money on them. Like the banks aren't making that much interest. They want you to get a brand new loan because later on when they do refinance again, maybe the interest rates are higher or the price of the house is higher. So they're getting more of a percentage. They're still getting the same percentage, but the payment will go up. So it's basically to be like the long-term play is you bought that house and you like it, stay with it. Fucking don't abandon it. It's stupid. Like, why would you borrowed a house at 2.8 or 3%. Like, why would you ever leave it? But the thing is, most people, it's a starter home or the house is not.
You can always rent it out.
Exactly. But then there comes risk with it. Like right now, like, I mean, what's his name from the, Grant Stephan.
Okay. Yeah.
Grant Stephan,
nice
like
copy hour guys.
He's actually a really good case of this, right? Is that, he got rich during the 2010s, right? Of course, got famous on YouTube, did everything right. Like he really is like, prudent, saves his money, invests it, buys stocks, puts a bunch in real estate. He used to be a real estate broker. I mean, a real estate salesman. He used to, buy and sell homes. And he's now, most of his real estate was pretty much in California and then some in Vegas. And basically he's like losing his fucking mind over how much he hates his real estate in California right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's his mistake, California.
Right. But the rates are good on the houses he bought. But like he's now like gone to the scale. I think he has like 10 homes now. And he's like, these houses
the
are like
taxes have changed there too, right?
Yes.
Like gone up massively.
He's like doing shows with Ben Mala and just like, what do I do with my real like? And it's kind of funny because like I watch it sort of with a red pill lens. This started happening as he finally got himself this is good for him. Like he got himself I think he's married now, or at least he has a wife or like a chick, like his main girl now, and they want to have kids. And like now he's like, I'm spending too much time on this shit. And like you could see the shift, and this is what happens in life a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, when you're young and you have time, right, you're going to be like, hey, I really want to go all in on something. Like if you're really focused.
Yeah, that's why stocks are really cool because it's kind of passive in a way. Same thing with like investing in crypto. As much as there's an active side of it, he's married. Thank you. Yeah, so he's got a wife. He wants to build a family, and the wife's asking for more time. And then if you have kids, it's more time, right? Yeah. But it's a big headache, and it's basically some of the properties. If something breaks on the property, he lost the fucking profit on the house.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he said he can't raise rates, right? Or can't like there's a California law that prohibits him from doing that or something.
So he's selling out there, and then he's probably going to have to rebuy back in Vegas, or he just probably will just take his money into the fucking equities game. Probably is what I think is going to happen with him,
which is good.
Yeah, but it's an interesting thing because he is a guy who did just about everything right.
Yeah,
and he does his research and knows the markets and like put time into it, fixed it up. I mean, he did everything correct, and he's fucking struggling now with it. And he's not losing money. It's just like the headache side of it. The headache to the money ratio is off for him now.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what, so he's like a perfect example of someone that like with the rates go down, man, he's going to be able to at least 1031 exchange him or something and make a fortune over here in Vegas or somewhere else. But I mean, we'll just have to see what happens with that. But like, it's interesting because right now, like all the top podcasts, if you look at Bigger Pockets is pretty much said that like basically buying properties right now to rent them is basically it's bullshit now.
Yeah.
That strategy was only real from 2010, I'll say 2009 to 2020, because the rates were at 0%. And basically you just had to have the ability to get a loan on a house, and then you'd actually be able to instantly be able to buy a house and instantly be able to rent it out for more money.
Yeah.
Is bullshit now.
Yeah.
And then Airbnb extended that actually as well.
True.
And now that's bullshit now for the most, except for like, if you get a place in a really hot area, there's always like hot destinations.
Yeah. Or really rural, the opposite, really rural area, like out in the boonies.
But they also said this, and I agree with them, because this is my larger thing about inflation, is that inflation, the reason why you want inflation, I mean, this is where like all the, like everyone just covered their ears. Like they don't want to hear this part, but like the reason the Fed likes 2% is because over a long period of time, that 2% real inflation destroys debt. So if you buy a house 10 years from now, rents will go up in 10 years, right? It's very unlikely rents go down unless we just magically we really go on a fucking like 15 million home creation or something like, it'd have to be something crazy like that or more. That rents will go up. So inflation will make, because your rates, your payments stuck in time 10 years from now you can actually rent it out and profit. And there's equity. You see how like there's all these magical little things there, but like it takes 10 years.
Yeah.
So now you have to play the real long game, and then the real estate people are like fucking losing their mind over that. Like, fuck that. Yeah. They don't like
the quick flip.
And people making money on real estate are people doing actually what you're saying is fixing properties up. Yeah.
Which is good. Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting just to see kind of how the next probably 2 to 3 years plays out, because I think this year will be a bit of a struggle for a lot of markets, a lot of people, stuff like that. But then, it's interesting what Gary said about
Cardone?
No, about the horse year starting on
the 8th. We know a lot of Garys.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, not Gary Cardone. No, but it's starting on the like the 17th, which is an 8 number.
8 number, yeah, it's a money number, yeah.
So I just thought that was kind of interesting. So there'll be like extreme volatility, with money this year.
You want another money number? That's really interesting. This first Fed meeting for 2026 is on January 28th.
Where's your suspense button when you need it?
Well, I'll just hit this one.
Well, and there's a couple questions in the chat that I thought were really relevant about like the government shutdown and then the Fed meeting this week. I mean, there's a lot of different, what do you call it? Like events happening this week, right? I think like people are like worried about the government shutdown. I guess there's like the Fed meeting is on Wednesday. Then there's an earnings report for Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla apparently on Thursday.
Max 7, that's a big one.
Yeah, and then Apple's the day after that. And then the PPI inflation data is on Friday. So it's like there's quite a few things happening this week. I would say the two biggest, though, are the Fed meeting and the possible government shutdown.
Right.
Right? Because if the government shuts down, kind of gives me the feeling that Bitcoin's going to dump into the end of the month, create a red January, which then leads me to believe that every run that it has this year is basically a counter trend and a bear trend.
Right.
Which, they still can make money on, but you do have to be more patient, which we know people in crypto often are not.
And more tradery as well. We're like,
more traders.
Where like you there's a buy and hold side of the portfolio, and then the other parts you might sell a lot of your L1s on the run up and then rebuy back them lower, or just be like, screw it, I'm just keeping it in stables and then roll that back into Ethereum when it bottoms, or a Bitcoin as it bottoms. Within the same month or later on when like a true bottom is made, or like we have a real indication that we're running back up again, basically, to allocate on the cash and stuff. So,
well, and if the government doesn't shut down this week, then Tuesday they have the Senate is basically marking up the crypto bill for the Clarity Act.
Yeah.
And then it goes to if it seems to have enough Republican backing, basically, because they need to outweigh the Dems, apparently, because they don't have that much bipartisan support. If that actually ends up being okay, then I guess by the end of the week, maybe hopefully by Friday, they might put it to a vote. If they can get that through, that would be a positive. But it's kind of like for that to affect price, you have to have the rumor into that being positive enough for price to go up, which to me doesn't seem like that's enough juice. Really, I think
not now, because we start seeing it right now a little bit. Yeah.
The Fed cutting 25 basis points, I think, would be
helpful.
Probably very helpful, right?
Yeah.
But and I think somebody in the chat, I think it was Ricky, said, "Do you guys think the Fed will continue to lower rates in 26?" I mean, they said they were going to lower 25 basis points in the first quarter of the year, right?
Or the first
half.
First half, yeah.
Before Jerome's out.
Yeah, before Jerome's out, and that's an interesting. The Fed is different than Jerome. That's the big.
Correct.
The big difference there. But the Fed, yes, they will absolutely cut. We will get at least 100 basis points of cuts in 26, which is much needed right now. But
he's out in April
12th.
or May, right?
May 12th.
And we have 3 meetings before then. So, yeah.
It's interesting. It would be like CPI went down a little bit, just slightly, but it went down. It's because the economy's fucking slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
It's slowing down. But I see it. I see it across every. I mean, not just Vegas. Like, go anywhere. Just look at social media. Look at anything. It's slowing down a lot. The real estate side's still like it's fidgeting out really bad. They're going to have to cut, and they're already printing $40 billion a month. Like they're going to print now. We're about to they've already bought the $40 billion already. What, in like a week? Now they have to buy another 40. This money, and it does take, could take 90 days, took 180 days for it to really hit the economy. But I believe it's already starting to hit, because like the 40 billion from December is starting to trickle in, but it looks like most of it's going into the equities market. And then you have people running from equities. People are taking what I've been hearing is like they're taking like the recent profits they've made on their stocks, and they've just been chasing silver and gold basically on the papers market. And like, I mean, goddamn, I feel bad for anyone buying silver right now, because they're in such a picky, like, why would you buy silver right now? It's retarded. But the people who bought silver when it was cheap, they're getting dinged on. I've heard reports of like, you go to an actual like silver, like you actually sell silver at a gold a pawn shop or anything. They're getting
30% off.
30 to 20% off spot.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm selling it at $80 or $70. Still great about a
Still
profit.
more than a 2x if they bought below 30.
Yeah, which is almost impossible. They didn't. They're actually good investors and stuff in it. But like, it's such a like, because I'm used to, when I sold silver before, even I've sold it at $34 and I got like only $1 off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is also why I chose crypto and not the traditional market.
Right.
I would say the 2 main reasons why I chose crypto as my main market was, one, I always had the feeling that the stock market, the traditional markets, are just massively manipulated by the rich, which is true, and the algos basically beat everybody, and you don't have a chance except for just buying and holding, right? And even then, you're just barely outpacing inflation. That was pretty much like the main reason. But then also just like kind of the scam model of it, because I remember during 2020 when oil crashed like sub-zero
to zero. So yeah, sub-zero.
It was
$30
like,
is off
from like $70. I shorted it in the traditional market.
Yeah.
And like, if I would have closed the short before it went under $30, I would have made money. But because it went negative, they were like, "Oh, so sorry, these contracts are now void." Like, nothing to see here. I'm like, what a fucking scam, bro. Like,
some fake YouTuber would be like, "Dude, it was about to go negative, and I sold at 25 cents."
That would be beautiful. But that's why I think Wall Street is a little afraid of the 24/7, 365 markets, because there's a little less, because like with the closes and the openings and stuff like that, they can kind of, manipulate a little bit easier with
a lot
that.
more. Yeah.
Well, not a lot more easier.
And they halt, and there's during like big events, they've halted trading during the middle of the day.
Correct.
Boom, we're off. We're gonna close it off, or like we're closing off. I remember they closed it off on a Thursday, left it off Friday, and they opened it up on Monday. So they took 4 days off, and the market was like. And the market
when they cut deals on the back end, okay, on Monday morning, just before the open, let's do all this. Yeah, of course.
You're buying this bank, whether you like it or not. Okay, fine. Shout out Jack McPeer, man. Let me share this meme. Let me pull this up real quick. So this meme just cracked me up right here. It's like, if silver hits $5,000 before Ethereum does, what should you do?
That's like the one that I've been playing on the meme section when what do you call it? Jim Cramer says it's a good time to buy. That's also what you do.
I heard a rumor. I hope it's not true, but they're kind of using it to, we're big supporters of Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
But supposedly, I hope it's not. So you know how Robert sold his Bitcoin recently? Like I think he sold it at like around maybe like $110,000, like 100,000. He sold it above 100 grand, right? Well, supposedly he had sold his silver position he'd been stacking forever into Bitcoin during like April, May
of last year.
Of this year. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, last year. Of
25,
year. Of 25. And now people are just like shitting on because he missed most of the run up, basically. And they're like, you invest in silver for all these years, and then you butterfinger it at the. I don't think it's. I mean, you know how much silver he has. You know how hard it would be for him to sell. I mean, he is famous as fuck, so he would be able to sell it somewhere. But like, I hope it's not true.
He's probably got a good.
But he made money on Bitcoin. Like,
but you know how people always like
Yeah.
freak out more than they need to on social media and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, he probably has like a big stash. He's just like, to be honest, I don't want people to know about it too much. Like, it's like the, what do you call it? Losing your keys in the ocean kind of thing.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But
the OG.
The OG, yeah. But gold hit 5,000 today. Silver 105. Not bad. Not bad. But when I see $100 silver, all I think is I'm getting $70 for that. God damn it. That's some bullshit. So maybe I'll believe B-Roots. If we go to 180, then I'm able to sell it to one for $150. Can you imagine like they started like what all right, well, let's just say, riddle me this. Imagine silver goes to 300, but these grifters at these pawn shops end up saying like, you're only getting 200. Piece of shit, fuckers.
They know you'll take it.
Dude. But I also think about it for a mom and pop shop. Like, they could be hemorrhaging in a way because it's like, fuck, if we buy this, like, we might not be able to. I mean, hopefully, they probably do have access to like a broker's license and stuff to actually sell it in the real places. But like, they're probably getting fucking nuked themselves just because how fast it's moving right now. Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference between Bitcoin and physical, right? Is like basically contracts are what are needed for that, which is what allows you to manipulate gold and silver versus Bitcoin. You do have contracts, but they're all leveraged contracts. Usually,
where you can buy gold, right? You can buy. There's like Pax Gold and Tether Gold, right?
Yeah.
Is there Pax Silver? I'm shocked they haven't done it yet.
No. That'll probably be around the corner.
That's the way I mean, if at this point, that's the way. I mean, I still like when silver crashes, I'll buy some and stuff like that, and I'll profit on 25 years from now.
I was gonna say that. I was like, now you all of a sudden become like a quarter century holder.
Because this right here, this run on silver and not gold. Gold's run a couple times more, but like for every one silver run, there's 3 gold runs. Right. Terrible. But for every silver run, this is like generationally. There's some 18-year-old kid that's like, holy fuck, this silver, because there's like his dad got him into silver and stuff, or like he bought it and he's like, dude, this is incredible. Gotcha, sucker. And damn, dude, it's crazy when you think about it. That like,
I mean,
the
Bitcoin
amount of
and
silver,
Ethereum did that to us.
I know, but it ran up way more than that. But like,
true,
it ran up way more than that. That's why I had that fucking picture right there of a gun in my mouth. Oh, this hurts. You know what I do at that point? I'd be like, fuck it. I'll start selling silver to Ethereum at that point. 1 for 1, dude. But you can take it down. Yeah, it's a generation run, but it took a generation for it to run.
Literally. Whole boomer generation.
It's 80% down, or is it 80% off? But
I think well the other thing that I
that's also hurting the crypto prices right now. The because you have to think the people buy gold and silver are more like conspiracy theorists. These conspiracy theorists are big in crypto, so like not everybody, right? But like a portion of that silver and gold money is not. It would be money that would be buying Bitcoin right now and Ethereum.
Yeah.
When Bitcoin, when those two go down, then some of that monny might actually go into crypto as well.
True.
That is a bit of a cool little thing.
Yeah.
Possibly.
As long as Bitcoin can hold on, to the minimal bullish pattern going into February as possible, then basically any liquidity that comes our way is a good chance. But otherwise, if we do officially go into a bear market, then each of those liquidity events basically becomes a bounce in the bear market, which is, a great time to be trading, swinging, that type of thing. So,
yeah, we're in the disbelief phase. Oh, on gold and silver, I think, yeah. I mean, but like, I remember back in the day where like I was like, man, gold should be $5,000. I said that back then, and it's crazy to me. It was like we've been stuck at 2,000 forever. Like I remember when it first ran up to $2,000. I was like, yeah, this is great, and then it just didn't run.
We were dunking on Peter's shit for years.
Deservingly so. When he says he only have less than 5% of his portfolios in silver and gold.
All right. Now he's a fucking talking shit.
Talking a lot of
Bitcoin.
shit. But yeah.
But what do you call it? Kathy Woods has some hopium. If you want to play some Kathy Woods hopium.
Yeah, let's play some Kathy Woods. I like Kathy. I like Kathy, right?
Yeah, ARK Invest is smart as hell. I mean, they've done a lot of good moves. Remember how they bought a lot of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and then it was at a minus 40% discount.
They made some money.
And then they sold that. Basically, they got 15K Bitcoin minus 40%, which would be like 9K Bitcoin.
9K Bitcoin, yeah.
So they got 9K Bitcoin at the bottom, basically, and then they transferred all that into their own spot ETF, which is kind of genius.
Oh, one guy asked this. I just forgot to say this. Yeah, if you have a Ledger, get your money off of Ledgers, move it to Trezors.
Absolutely,
please. And then if you have a Trezor, do not connect your Ledger or Trezor to multiple wallets. Just have one wallet connected to it. If you have a need to make another wallet, go buy another Trezor.
Keep it simple.
From the official websites. Do not buy them at events. Do not buy them at events. Do not buy them off of eBay. Do not fucking Amazon. Please, for the love of Christ. I wouldn't even buy it from a Trezor booth at fucking Bitcoin.
Hell no.
I wouldn't buy it anywhere. You buy it directly from their manufacturing website. That's where you buy your Trezor.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Trezor also another. This is going to be in the crypto mindset course, you guys. But Trezor has now come out with a Bluetooth version of one of the most advanced wallets. I probably wouldn't buy the Bluetooth version. No. Bluetooth can actually be hacked.
Too easy to connect.
It's too easy. I don't know what they're thinking about. I know. I get it. They're trying to make. I know they need to make money. I know, and you have to keep more bells and whistles and stuff like that. But the Bluetooth one was that's actually one of the reasons why they've actually told politicians to not wear Bluetooth headphones. They can hack into politicians' feeds and stuff. This is why everyone's going back to the cords. Right again, DCC.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I gotta keep all my private keys on VHS, but no.
That's actually a huge one. Is this is how fucked it is right now. Is that DVD? There's entire There's about to be a bunch. We're about to hit a cliff where there's a bunch of old VHSs. They're about to rot out. There's stuff that's on VHSs and old DVDs that are actually not on the internet right now. And they're about to be deleted. So mostly old TV shows and animes, believe it or not, that are actually people are scouring places to actually basically encode them and stuff like that. I thought VHS would last a long time, but apparently there's kind of
probably one generation.
Yeah, 25 to 40 years is kind of the half-life for it. And then some DVDs, depending on how they're taken care of, they go to shit real fast, basically.
Oh yeah, no,
laser disc.
Yeah, you can also scratch them pretty easy and stuff like that. So makes sense. But so Kathy Woods, I think was it on Wednesday or Thursday? I don't remember. On my show, I went through their 2026 report from ARK Invest, and of course, they got some ridiculous claims the total crypto market is going to get to 28 trillion by 2030.
Wow.
Bitcoin's going to be worth $750,000, and the real world assets are going to be 11 trillion. But even if you break that down by a quarter of all that, it's still, a pretty good run into the end of the decade. So on that part, I think she's correct, but it's interesting to kind of see when, the people who have lots of money and investment into this market, when they try to basically speak a narrative into the market, to see if it'll hold. But this is her attempting that here on Fox Business.
Bitcoin, you've got a pure play Bitcoin fund. Sure. And I'm just interested to know, because we're off the 126,000 high level, you're still in it to win it?
We are in it to win it, absolutely. So ARKB, right, is our spot Bitcoin ETF. As we assess the ecosystem right now, what we've undergone in the last 2 to 3 months are the reverberations after 10/10. So 10/10, October 10th, was what in the crypto world, I'm not sure if it's mentioned this more broadly, is the flash crash associated with a software glitch on Binance that deleveraged the system, and to the tune of $28 billion. There are a lot of people hurt. And we think that unwind, and often when you go through an unwind, Bitcoin's going to be hit the hardest because it's the most liquid crypto asset. We think that unwind is pretty much behind us. So now the only thing I think investors are worried about, especially institutional investors who understand that they must examine this as a new asset class, the leader in a new asset class, very low correlation with other asset classes. And so they're looking at what's called the 4-year cycle. And we have been down. And the question is is the 4-year cycle, the downside of it, over?
Right.
We think it's pretty much pushed through. Maybe we flatten out here in the 80 to 90,000 range base here for a while, but we think we'll be on our way soon.
Kathy Wood, wonderful to have you on any.
And like I kind of mentioned why that doesn't really flow with the low of the 4-year cycle at all,
Right.
based on what we usually see, right? If we're going to get a low in time on the 4-year cycle, if it was going to be the same as the previous ones, it would be October of this year. If you want to say plus or minus, you could say plus or minus 2 months, something like that, right? And you could argue that, but trying to argue that like January this year, we already got the low in, I would be shocked, to be honest. And like, I think the amount that we've gone down from 126,000 to like the lows that we've seen so far was a decent like drop of like what, like 45% or something like that.
That's pretty sizable.
It's pretty sizable.
Yeah.
Or no, I think it was closer to like 35, or I'd have to go and double check the chart. But basically,
I mean, how long did we? I mean, it was 126 down to what, 81?
Yeah, let me look on the chart actually.
Shout out to Kathy, man. She's out here supporting, bro. Anyone says anything, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean that drop there is what, 36% or so.
That's decent.
Yeah, which is decent. So I mean, by traditional standards, if you're looking at Bitcoin now as a major asset globally and all that stuff, because Wall Street's playing with it, I mean that is a bear market for Wall Street.
Right.
So that you could, from Wall Street standards, you could say, hey, that's enough. Now let's go in and buy this, guys. And the crypto guys will fucking not see it coming because they're so used to the 4-year cycle.
Right.
So I could see that narrative taking hold possibly, but it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so far, right. the 4-year cycle is basically held, and that, which means we go down. But I want her to be right. But you know, it's one of those things where it's like, when you use your logic, it seems to probably not be the case.
And also something that happened after October 10th, I think it was like a couple weeks afterwards, is like something that I also said on my it's actually pinned on my Twitter, was what's it called? Not State Street. It is Vanguard.
Right.
Vanguard was like, hey, we're going to start making an ETF. And then the whole market,
see,
they fucking crashed the market for Vanguard to get an entry.
Right.
You know, and Vanguard hasn't gone live with it just yet. They're about to, but like,
If they haven't gone live with any of their crypto products.
I don't believe so.
I thought they went live with the Bitcoin one already.
I'd have to look up. I mean, I'll look it up right now, but I don't think they've gone live yet, because I mean, I swear I would have heard about it. But let's see, Vanguard.
Yeah, I mean, I do, even whatever happens with Bitcoin here this week, I think we do bounce again into the early part of February. So I think February in general will be not the worst month in the world. But yeah, I just, whenever I see CZ or whenever I see Kathy Woods, try to put a narrative out there. Okay, so they haven't done it yet. So that's positive, right? That could be a good money.
More time, you guys. There's more time to the top.
I mean, to be honest, like, what's the benefit of Wall Street trading Bitcoin more like stocks? The benefit is, you know, you get kind of like more bull and bear markets, kind of like mixed, right? It's like you're not always bearish, you're not always bullish, which then means you have to choose more quality in crypto, because not all coins will follow Bitcoin enough.
Right.
Right. And like, it's going to take time for crypto to kind of get used to that narrative. But if it were to happen this year, which is an outlier scenario, I give it like a 10% chance, then that would change everybody's behavior from next year forward.
Yeah. And the reason I like Kathy as well is because sometimes she, like, you know, keep it simple, stupid strategies is there's this big thing that a lot of like stock pickers, stock traders, and like, you know, fund managers, they just do not want to do the most obvious thing sometimes, because it's too obvious. Like, they're paying me a lot of money, I can't do the obvious thing, which is like this. Microsoft's going like crazy during the tech boom. Like, why would I buy Microsoft? I'm not going to buy Microsoft. They missed all of Microsoft. Apple launches the iPhone, and then every analyst is like, you know, I'm not going to be like most other people and just have like 30% of their fund in Apple.
But it's changing the entire cell phone industry.
I am not buying Tesla. You know, I'm not buying
There's
NVIDIA.
a lot of people with Tesla.
NVIDIA is the first one I've seen that all the fund managers are in NVIDIA. That's the weird one, because I've been around, I've been paying attention to stocks for a while, just at least, you know, listening to some of the stuff on Bloomberg. And NVIDIA is the first one where they all like, I'm in NVIDIA, because like they don't maybe they're having trouble getting into AI companies. But
I don't think I think they want to be like not seen as missing the AI trend.
Right. But NVIDIA, has been, like they could have gone into that way earlier, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like I won't do it because it's no, it's a hype stock right now. I'm not going to jump into the hype stocks. I'm going to get some alpha and jump into this other company, and then that comes to make my exits. You see, that's why you pay me a lot of money. But like the same thing too. Like let's just say like we're with Richard Hart, right? If Richard Hart just fucking bought the fucking Ethereum at $800 for $1,000, like would we care if he did all these backflips? Is like he went like dupe. Like where would he be at? Like,
well, he was trying to do that on the breakout, right?
Which I understood too. Like,
which I understood, but yeah, like,
we should have bought it lower.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're taking that big of a risk with that much money, right? You got to be willing to take a quick L on it,
right?
Maybe like 10% or something like that, and then go and wait for one of those lows and be like, in the meantime, yeah, you're going to take a lot of shit for taking that L, but then when you get to the bottom again, you buy low, and then it comes back, then yeah, you're more than fine.
Yeah, and the Tesla one, like Kathy was getting so much shit for Tesla. He's like, she believed the things. How dare you believe in the hype and all this stuff? And Tesla, this
is getting a lot of shit for Bitcoin.
Yeah, it took a lot of shit, but she was right, and she bought them at a great price. She bought Tesla at a great price. She bought Nvidia at a great price. She bought Apple at a great price. She was getting shit for Apple.
Oh yeah, I remember that,
bro. Yeah. Like what? Now it's like, well, of course. I mean, obviously, like, I mean, Apple's like, but like during, like, but Apple's already was already with the iPod alone was already a huge company in the Macs and stuff like that. But like that iPhone, when fuck, dude, that's incredible.
Yeah,
like,
changed the game.
Changed the fucking that literally. I don't think we've invented anything in hardware wise as important as the iPhone. The smartphone tablets has been the most, and the tablets are just an addition. I like tablets now.
I would say like, yeah, that's an addition that everybody's using now. Like it took a little bit longer for it to kind of like really integrate, but like it's like for education and different things like that. It's absolutely
toddlers don't read books; they read tablets.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. I mean, my son's on it. I mean, I don't have the tablet in front of him all the time, but like, I mean, we don't put a book in front of him. Like, yeah,
yeah. Put on the crypto charts. I'd be like, hey, bro, we're buying you all this Roy right now.
Yeah. Because my son right now, he doesn't. If I said tablet, he doesn't understand because he's so small right now. He doesn't know what a tablet is. But in his, let's just say he understood the word tablet.
Yeah.
In his brain, his tablet. When he looks at a tablet, he's like, "Oh, this is the thing I watch information from, and I look at videos and like it's entertainment,
like cartoons, and
a TV in his brain is a tablet."
Yeah.
He doesn't see a difference. The baby doesn't see the difference. Yeah. He's like, "This is like, oh yeah, the big tablet."
Yeah.
That's the crazy. That's what I'm trying to explain people to like about the next generation, generation Alpha, Generation Bravo, like this whole like obviously get the reading level because like right now, like with current kids right now, it's insane. Like in grade school, like I think like 40% of kids can't really they're reading at like a super suboptimal level.
Like if you're out on the street,
shut up, Kaisenet.
If you're out on the street and you're illiterate and you can't read the sign that says, "Hey, if you go beyond this fence, you will be electrocuted." Like, might be a bit of a problem.
Oh my god!
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Though.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be. It's probably the first like game console you want to put them on is probably like it might be a GameCube or something like that. Just to play
GameCubes were fun.
Yeah,
yeah.
Or I never liked the Wii too much. I mean, I love the Wii stuff, but like it's
yeah, it was a whatever. I think Nintendo recently hired this lady that they're comparing to like what's the lady who is in charge of Disney?
No, Kathleen Kennedy.
She was like
no.
She's like that version, but for Nintendo. Some people are saying.
Oh no!
So they're like Nintendo's like screwed now. Apparently.
Kathleen Kennedy.
She was like, well, all your characters that you like this. What do you call it? Plumber, Italian plumber, whatever. We got to be more inclusive.
Oh no, dude! Dreamcast, man, Dreamcast sucked, bro.
Dreamcast was terrible. What about there was one that was like red and black. It was like a 3D one. It was like the Panther,
the Jaguar.
Yeah,
the Jaguar.
The Jaguar
no,
was fucking hilarious.
It was so expensive back in the day because like the prices were.
I did want one.
It was ridiculous. Yeah. I never got one, but I played it a little bit. It was ridiculous because if you had all the attachments, it just was like it was this huge like column.
Yeah, they had like the 3D glasses where it was like what do you call it? Like you're
Charlie, you don't got nothing on my Power Glove, my Nintendo Power. I love playing the fucking this is how old we are, but like even that at the time was old for us. Mm-hmm. Was like when you got the first Super Nintendo and you played like Duck Hunt with the actual gun.
Oh, you mean the NES, the regular?
Yeah,
Nintendo?
Yeah. No, well, like the original, the cartridge, the black, the
cartridge,
the cartridge one. Yeah, Duck Hunt was so cool because I remember playing it at one of my cousins' house and they actually had like a projector to actually play it. I was
Nice.
like, I thought that was so cool. Yeah, the gun right there.
Oh, Duck
yeah.
Hunt was amazing.
Can you imagine coming out with a gun today, bro? Motherfuckers would be like, parents would lose their mind over it. Look at that shit. That Glock. That's incredible. It was such a cool game, dude. Yeah.
But yeah, I think what else are we gonna get before GTA 6? Pretty much
Fucking everything.
Pretty much everything.
Pretty much.
New World Order before GTA 6.
Dude, there's been crazy like explosions. Like I think I'm not sure if this is a Bethesda or this was at Rockstar, but there was like one of their buildings exploded. There was like a gas leak.
Really?
Yeah, like I think it was like North. I think it was like Rockstar North. There was an explosion in the building or something like that. I was like, suspicious.
That's weird.
He's like, I don't know, but there was trans stuff happening there. Ah, understandable. Duke Nukem was tight. Yeah,
that was a good game.
I even though the control, the N64 controller is kind of weird looking, but like it was like so but the games on the N64 was so clutch, dude. But the best controller, in my opinion, is always going to end up being the fucking PlayStation controller. The PlayStation 2, 3, whatever.
They barely have to like renovate it from where it's been.
It's perfect. It's literally almost perfect. And the thing is, too, is like having that solid, like the joystick being super like soft gel. Because I remember having to play games on the N64.
Oh yeah, you're like your thumbs would just like fucking be killing it. Yeah.
This is and then like I mean, this is so old, right? We're like old people talking about games.
Back in my day, the Atari was king,
oh no, Pong. Oh no, dude.
Yeah.
Fable, Fable's goated, dude. Yeah, dude. The biggest game ever though, like was the coolest one was Resident Evil 4 on PlayStation 2. God,
I don't think I ever played that one.
It's the best one, dude.
Okay.
It's incredible. Like it curb stomped every Resident Evil game beforehand and since.
Yeah,
even now.
That one was one of my favorites. Was 007.
007, yeah.
But now when I look at it, like the characters look so fucking crappy. I'm like, but it looked so amazing at the time.
I've seen entire like movies, not movies, but like like reviews on like the making of it. Even there's literally an entire thing of how they did the soundtrack for it. They gave it to like their C team. It's like, all right, we were contractually obligated to make a video game for like GoldenEye,
and then it ended up just being amazing,
just killing it, dude. And it's so funny because it's like this super Japanese like team. They go to America. No, I think they travel to Europe and America in order to and like they travel to all these places in order to make the actual game. It's like so hilarious. It's almost like seeing samurai in front of the pyramid. But it's like such a good game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead. Those from
Left 4 Dead's good too. Yeah. Leon, like it's so funny. Like that Resident Evil 4 was so good that the amount of kids born with the name Leon like exploded.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, Splinter Cell's good.
I thought Donkey Kong was okay. I never really played Donkey Kong very much.
Banjo and Kazooie.
That's the one, bro. Banjo Kazooie.
There was what was the Parappa the Rapper?
Parappa the Rapper, yes.
Dude, there was some fucking
stupid
hilarious. Tekken was a good one on the original PlayStation.
Was it Parappa?
Parappa the Rapper.
Parappa the Rapper, yeah. Dude. Yeah.
Oh, let me show this.
Wigger heaven, bro. Wigger heaven. Parappa the Rapper, dude. That's fucking a mind fuck, dude.
It was a fun game.
Yeah, I never played. I think I just saw it, like, but that's cool, dude.
That was a what do you call it? PS1 that got really popular.
Oh, it was PS1. Yeah, okay.
No.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. Dude, have you seen
Metal.
the TV show? It's not that bad. The
No, I
season
haven't
2
seen
is
it.
kind of but the first season was really good.
Yeah. Perfect Dark was incredible too. Perfect Dark was made by the 007 team. That's why it was so good.
Yeah, the greatest San Andreas. I mean, San Andreas is the greatest.
Yeah, San Andreas is the
game of all
greatest. Yeah,
time.
obviously. All-time GOAT. How do you think the Fed meeting will go Wednesday? Hawkish. I think there's a higher chance for them to cut now because if they don't cut in January, they won't cut until the last meeting.
Right.
So that means
to be honest, if I'm gonna go with that, that's probably what I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just because they basically want to stick
They're
it
just
to
bitch fitting, basically.
Yeah.
Like, all right, fuck. And can you imagine they don't cut it all?
When the question I have is like, when will we know by like when in the week that we have a government shutdown or not? Because if we don't, then
like always the day before, the day after.
Was it supposed to be though? Like Friday or I don't know what it's
30th or 31st. Yeah, like
okay.
Let me look. What does Polly say? All right, we'll pull it up. Let's see.
We can ask the Magic 8 Ball too.
Actually, Charlie,
got
you
it
can
right
grab that
here.
real quick. Yeah, or let me. Yeah,
Let's see. Should I ask it?
ask. Curse Paul. Here we go.
Well, which day are we at? Or like, or we'll just ask if it's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
So, will there be a U.S. government shutdown this week or this coming week? Oh, look, not so good. So that means there wouldn't be a shutdown.
Yeah, they might be kicking it. Wow, this is so crazy right now, dude. I've never seen odds like this, man.
What is it?
I am gonna have to bet on this, dude.
We have to share the screen on
I have to share the screen. It's so wow. This is the first time I've seen it. Like, anytime I see things like this shows me insider trading, bro. I can make some money, dude. They're basically saying a 1% chance of a decrease, 99% chance no cut. All right, so let's see if I were to yes. Let's see $100, right?
That's worth it. That's worth it. $100. That's worth the scratcher right there.
Let's make back these losses real quick. Let's see a thou wow. How much you get?
125.
125x.
Hey, you never know.
I don't think 1,000 is worth it, you guys, because like that's
No,
spread, right? But like a hundo though.
100 is definitely worth it.
$100.
Yeah.
Hey. If it hits, you're welcome. If it doesn't hit, that's your fault.
What are they?
Classic fucking streamer guy.
Right?
And the DJ portion.
What do they have on government shutdown on here?
Let's go politics, government shutdown, U.S. Right here. 78% chance that yes. Wow, it jumped a lot actually. It went from 9% to
that was
80.
just
The cool thing about this is if you buy the shares, because they sell it in shares, if you bought it here, you still would make the money if it said yes. So like so it's kind of
when you buy it.
Yeah, it's sort of like you buy tokens basically, and the tokens go up. That's interesting.
I love it.
How much money is on this? I should say somewhere over here. This should be a good amount of money actually. Market. Did they remove that feature? I swear they used to have. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's about $7.2 million. Let's see the Fed decision. I want to see the Fed decision real quick. How much money they got on this one? $500 million.
Ooh, baby.
Sheesh, man. There's some big money playing on fucking Feds, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it, dude. You guys, when I go home today, I'm going to buy this. I'm literally going to do this.
To be honest, it's not a bad bet.
I mean, why not?
Losing $100, whatever.
I gotta see.
If it did hit, bro, that'd be fucking nice.
Okay. So let's just say
thousands of new.
I'm gonna do 50. I'm gonna do $100 on 100 basis on 50 basis points just for shits and giggles. How much is this? Gosh, damn.
Yeah, that would be very unlikely. But
I want to lose $200.
You know what, Charlie? I'm gonna lose $200 right now. I'm going to do
hedge your bets.
Can you imagine I hit this shit? Fuck,
bro. Let's do it. It's all on a pulse chain, right?
No, the reason that there could be a chance for any of these cuts is because he got threatened with the and like
Yeah,
he might be
true.
like he might kowtow because like they wouldn't come that like they wouldn't lightly threaten somebody because the government when they sue people like it's because they have something possibly.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. You never know.
Put 1K. All right. Well, how much is 1,000 on this bit? God damn.
Win $1 million off this shit.
Don't tell Uncle Sam.
Who?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not even, I'm not even going to lose an Ethereum. Like it's like a partial Ethereum.
Yeah, I mean, for one Bitcoin.
These bets are so outrageous. Like, okay, now I got to see like, wait, hold up. I know. I'm sorry.
And Nima be chilling since I just did it. Fuck it.
It's so stupid because you have to bet 1,000 to win $9. It's dumb, dude.
Yeah, degenerate betting on a Monday or on a Sunday evening. This is what we do best. Now.
we bet on the long shots here, bro. But there is, if I'm being honest, I think this is this should be probably like 25 to 30%. This is too low.
Yeah,
that's too low.
It is true.
This is actually a mispricing. Even this, I mean, this is mispriced. It should be like 4 or 5%. I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna do it today.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
Not financial advice. Bitches in hit. I got a fucking Cuban link. I stopped Cuban link.
Let's make a bet.
All of a sudden, everybody in the Moongang comes with chain.
Miguel, that shit, Charlie, you guys really love you motherfuckers, bro.
We were gonna have a dope ass meet up in April.
Meet up in Tokyo.
Shit, I think even $25 is worth it. Shit, you just want to do $25? I mean, hey,
yeah,
it's 125x on $25. Shit.
Lose more on Starbucks in a month.
Ain't that the fuck? That's 2 trips, dog.
Yeah.
It's either you win or you don't. So it's really
Let's make a bet.
50-50.
Everyone in the city will just put $100. We all share. Giant pool.
If it hits,
It's
we're
been
clipping
clipping
this. It's
it,
going
going
viral.
Sure, yeah. We have to have a celebration stream. But
just ridiculous amounts of hundreds of
dude, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin just starts going up to new all-time highs. We just put it all in crypto.
Double.
This was the moment right here. It all turned around right here.
Generational wealth.
And it's gone. Done.
Your money, it's gone. Yeah. I'm tempted.
Okay, I'll do it.
Do it.
Where's the Palpatine voice?
Yeah.
But yes. So
you do not know the
there's a
power of the
chance.
dark side of the Force.
They came out with a new Darth Maul like animation,
really,
from Disney Plus or something.
Like live action or a
no,
cartoon?
it was like an animation. Of some sort.
Okay.
But they're gonna fuck that one up too.
Yeah, but okay, you guys be honest. So how much is 25? $25. If it hits, it's $3,000. That's an Ethereum. I'll risk $25 to maybe make an Ethereum
on the off chance.
Fuck it, dude. Fuck, dude. That's
this might be the best timeline. You never know.
I gotta show it on screen again.
It's like you bet on it. So in one of the 100 timelines that you have, basically
Somebody
one
hits.
is gonna hit.
This one time, Charlie nuked it out of party. He's out here partying. But look, that's such. I mean, who cares? Like $25, but like $3,000 if it hits,
dude. I think it's worth it. It's not like no hair off your back or whatever you want.
$25 for maybe 25,000
sweat off your back. That's what I meant.
I bet more money on fucking bullshit and fucking craps chances.
Exactly.
California scratchers.
I usually put $45 on the bonuses at the top and shit.
Yeah.
Like, how much is $45? Oh, $45. If I do hit all the numbers, I win like I'll even do the odds on this shit. I
Not 45K.
No, it's not 45K. But let's see, 15 times 30 times 2, $900, and then the myth. Let's see, 15 times. On a good night of the craps table, like I sometimes will hit on $45. I'll hit like $3,000 on if hitting all the numbers, right?
Right.
Which happens maybe every 3 or 4 visits, maybe. $45 hits you now 45,000.
I said it's worth it.
I mean, all right, I'm gonna do it, dude. It's done. I've said it, so I'm gonna do it. Beautiful.
Hey, John Flynn was betting on the Seahawks. Got some Pepe for it.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
That's
Gary
true,
is celebrating. He won a shit ton of money.
On what?
He bet on the Patriots Seahawks getting to the Super Bowl.
Oh, nice.
He won like 57,000.
Hey, if he wins on
Gary be hidden, bro. People doubt him, bro. But no, I've seen it.
Dude, I've seen him win on fucking like Japanese baseball and all sorts of shit.
The fucking Jets cost me like I forgot how much. But
He's quite literally Ace from Casino.
Yeah. I put more money in a shitcoin. It's time for everyone to get their ILV back. Oh, you can do it, dude. I do think there's it's not 1% chance, but I do think there's a 30-40% chance that we do get a 25% basis cut. It's not zero.
Yeah,
because the CPI did go down very slightly, but it's going down, and
even if
things aren't looking good in the economy right now.
Even if it's a 10% chance, a 1 in 10 chance, you're flipping a coin or whatever. That's decent odds for how much you like the risk versus reward is.
They're paying you too much to say no, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's free. It's sort of free money, but that's like you're playing EV and you're playing all this. But there isn't a million. But the bullshit about it is that there's not a million chances to do it because the odds change on the next meeting as well. So that's why it's not the same.
Yeah.
What price for Ethereum to reach $50? Wait, what?
What price does Ethereum have to hit for Illuvium to get back to 50?
Oh, probably like 5,200 or higher. It's got to be like a new all-time high, and then all the alts start going up. Basically,
like $6,000. So it's got to make a new all-time high and plus some.
Yeah. Even what's dead goes back to live. If you guys, people are in this chat are seriously talking about you, Miguel. Should I put a little risk bet on Dash? Think how crazy of a statement I just said. Yo, Miguel, you think I should put money into Dash? Yeah. Hey, Miguel, I know this is risky, but Verge maybe might catch a bid.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Charles, I made it back all the money I lost on Verge. It took 8 years. It took 9 years, but I finally
got
did
it back. Battles the bug.
This is why you hold on.
Imagine if I still had all that Verge.
Oh my god, dude. I still have my Litecoin. Well, 40% of what I had, but like I still have some. Bro. I sold all my fucking Kusama in 24 for it and shit, just to add more to the Litecoin bag.
Well, speaking of bags, I don't know if this is a correct stat, but this would be interesting if true. This is put up by Cointelegraph.
Oh, interesting.
Which is the bags of U.S. versus China.
China still has a lot of Bitcoin. Wow.
I guess so. So it
the
says
government. We're talking government holdings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Country government holdings. So it says despite banning crypto, this is from Cointelegraph. So I don't know how much journalism there is there, but better than other crypto news sources, right? China is only 4,012 Bitcoin away from flipping the U.S. as the government with the largest Bitcoin holdings.
Wow.
That's kind of wild. And then Germany used to be up in here, but
how the fuck is the UK there? Wow.
I don't know. This is highcharts.com. So take me off the screen. I'll see if I can pull it up and see if we can.
Well, where's the UAE or where's the Saudi Arabia on the list?
Well, Saudi Arabia, whenever it comes to like Forbes most richest people and stuff, they're never on those lists because
they exclude
they're always shadow money. They never want.
But they've been UAE and like Saudis have been pretty public about it. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, wow. I mean everybody knows how much money they have, but nobody's listing them as like world's richest people or whatever.
But you know why it's so crazy about that? They're about to their stock market's about to go public.
Things could change because of that. That's true, right?
700 million in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
700 million. Yeah, it's still not a billion, but that's not. But they have to have more than that. I mean, let's be honest. Like how much money they got? Damn.
Yeah, no, they got a plenty of.
They got plenty.
They'd be the sixth largest holder from what they claim.
Okay. That's crazy because El Salvador is like going all in, doing everything they could.
Right behind them.
Bhutan, shout out to Bhutan's out here, bro.
Yeah, true. Bhutan. Yeah, Bhutan's been mining a lot of Bitcoin for a while. And I think like what do you call it? Cointelegraph also put out a tweet. You can throw that one up here. They said the U.S. government wallet has lost $11.8 billion since the all-time high, but they still hold about 29.5 billion in crypto. So what do you call it? Where is it? Yeah, you have this value here right on the side. But hey, hodl on. I mean, hey, you don't lose until you sell, right?
That's true.
You haven't gained or lost until you sell. But interesting nonetheless. Fun facts. But yeah. I heard Richard Hart came out with some updates on stuff that nobody cared about.
Oh, the tire stuff. I mean, it was some useful stuff, but like
I don't know much about it except for I saw like a couple of things on Pumped Up Tires.
Some UI stuff and everything, but it's nothing too crazy. But like the big news in Pulse Chain is that another person basically figured out how to hack Compound and a couple other because the whole system state of Ethereum got copied over. And it's basically causing problems for all the P copies, which were we told you guys they're trash for the most part.
Yeah.
And then PDI is also hurting a little bit. And then some people are so somebody figured out how to get a bunch of like copied version of basically of Bitcoin. And then they're dumping it and then using it to buy other crap or getting out of the system and just selling out and stuff. So that's why it's just a clown show. But the one last good thing I have to say is like I forgot who said this. It's a influencer or like it's a good what's his name? I think it's like Crypto Soul, I believe, said that this is really the last major like pool of capital for any P copy crap because there's nothing. Everything else has been hacked. Nothing else. So it's like there's nothing with size anymore. Like Curve, Convex, Compound. They've all been exploited already. So like this is the last one basically
that we know of.
Of the majors, yeah. There's nothing else, basically. Oh, this is a good question, Charlie. Who do you got for the Super Bowl?
Oh, I've been a Patriots guy the whole year when it comes to the AFC side, just because Mike Vrabel got like fucking hosed in Tennessee. Basically, the owner there, they're not. I don't know. I don't think they're very good at football in general. They did kind of make up for it. Forget who they recently hired, but they hired somebody for their new head coach. It wasn't the Bills guy who was or Tennessee Titans. I forgot who they hired just recently for the coach, but it wasn't a bad move. I think it was Mike McDaniel. No, Robert Saleh. Yeah. They kind of admitted to their mistake of firing Mike Vrabel by hiring Robert Saleh because both defensive guys. And then
what was the cause of it basically?
The owner.
The owner.
Well, I mean, I don't even remember barely, but I just remember the owner being like, yeah, you haven't won. You basically brought us back into relevancy and then haven't one for every single season, so we're going to cut you and find somebody new. And then they basically fucked up. And then Vrabel, his first year in the Patriots, brought them from 4 wins to 14 wins. So he just like flipped the script on him. So Drake May, people are basically saying like he's had the easiest schedule to the Super Bowl. Like it's easy to get to the Super Bowl and win 14 games of the year when it's your second year in the league. Like
by schedule, they mean like the people they played, or just for the traveling side of it.
No. Just the teams they played had slightly easier records than what they could have had on the way to the Super
So
Bowl.
there's like, you're playing pussies.
Yeah,
is what they're
pretty
saying.
much.
Wow.
Yeah, and so, but the Seahawks did look really good today. So I think they're going to give them a run for their money. It is in Santa Clara, which is what do you call it? Very close to Seattle. So there'll probably be a lot of people from Seattle there. So a little bit further from New England, but they do travel. So it'll be a very good game, I think. But
I'm shocked they didn't do it.
Yeah,
in
I'll
Las
still
Vegas
go with the
again.
Patriots.
I'm shocked they haven't done it in Las Vegas. There's a lot of players. Like I didn't know this, that when you win any, let's just say you win any regular season game, right? Your paycheck. So I've always thought like, let's just say I play for the Las Vegas Raiders, right?
Yeah.
I get taxed on all my money on Nevada state tax, right? Because you still have to pay federal, right?
Yeah, everybody has to pay for it.
But I found out that when you're traveling for games, you pay that state's state income tax.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
I thought you would only pay like what do you call it? The state that you lived majority of the year in.
No, like I think for all the home games, they did it that way. So basically, like if you go to California, you have to pay the California tax because like a bunch of the players have said that, like, oh, we pay California. I wouldn't even look at the check, bro. I know they fucking robbed it all.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck,
at least half.
Yeah, so I was like, wow. So that's why I was like surprised. Remember, like, was it like 2 Super Bowls in a row we had in Vegas? Was it?
Not in a row, but like pretty soon after each other.
Because I was a player, I'd push like, hey, let's play.
Because it's in Santa Clara, right?
Let's play over here. Like that's a lot of extra money, especially because those checks are a little bigger, and then there's more bonuses, and like that's a lot of more money, man.
Yeah,
I'd be trying to play more in Texas and Florida. And
Florida all the way. I was like, hey, I'll play for the Jaguars all day, every day. When they used to be bad, now they're actually good though.
Time to like, he's like, who wants to play in New York? Like, I don't. Do they play in New York?
Yeah, the Jets and the Giants.
The Jets.
The big cities always have 2 teams, 1 or 2 teams, right? But yeah. So, but we'll see. But I think it'll be a good game. It'll be a close game probably. But the kind of advantage that the Patriots had playing today was that they didn't really show a lot of their playbook because the game was like the second half was all snowed in. So like they were just like trying to survive,
right?
Because there's so much goddamn snow and people are slipping around and all that type of shit. So like they won without having to reveal like a lot of their playbook. So they probably have a lot of plays that aren't on tape yet, possibly, versus the Seahawks had to kind of use everything in their back pocket to beat the Rams.
Yeah. Well, look, usually the weather in California is really good.
Oh yeah, no, the weather will be fine on Super Bowl Sunday. There should be no problem.
Seattle, yeah, it was.
I think everybody is going to vote for or is going to bet Seattle because I mean Sam Darnold is technically more seasoned, right, than Drake May, who is the quarterback for the Patriots.
Yeah.
So, but Sam Darnold's also never been to the fucking Super Bowl. So, I mean, they're both in the same boat on that.
First Super Bowl?
The first Super Bowl for both quarterbacks, yeah.
It's in review, no way.
How's it? Oh, and they're probably paying it out. Yeah.
So, yeah, anywho.
Yeah. I just don't have, I mean, I probably know I don't have a dog in the fight for these 2 teams. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I don't like both of them I kind of hate because they've won enough in the last, decade or so.
Yeah.
I'm like they don't need a Super Bowl ring or nothing.
I always know like Marshawn Lynch with what's his name with the Seahawks and shit, but like yeah, I don't even know anymore. I don't even fucking know. And of course yeah.
No, the teams are always changing. But yeah, what do you call it? The NFL is days of our lives but just for men.
Oh, the owner of the Titans said Mike was too intimidating and didn't play along with the front office, basically not letting them control him.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, he was basically, what do you call it? Actually had a backbone.
Heard Mr. Beast might drop a token. I am missing. If I miss anything, I'm missing that one, bro. Fade that shit, dog. Unless you just catch it like within the first 15, 20 minutes, you got a chance to make some money. If not, oh my god, dog, you're gonna lose all your fucking money, dude. Oh,
yeah, I just like Mr. Beast advertising Ethereum to the Zoomers and the Gen Alpha, like in terms of like anything else that's
now. Let me be a devil's advocate. He's got an investment from Tom Lee and Chamath. And Chamath, that's a lot of like background money in Silicon Valley, PayPal Mafia.
Yep.
Solana. So if the token launches, where it's going to launch on Solana.
Yep.
And they need a runner. They need a runner.
Well, that being so, I think they'll play both games, right? Because Bitmine put 200 million in them. What did Chamath?
Really?
Yeah. So Chamath only probably put like 45 million, right?
45.
So Chamath gets outweighed. So he goes maybe.
But he put it on early. He put it on early 3 years ago when it was small.
Oh, yeah. So maybe like 2-to-1 ratio. Maybe
right.
They show Ethereum twice and then they show Solana once. Like that's kind of how they.
Got you.
I don't know. But
the Patriots play Seattle once again.
Yeah.
But no Belichick and no Brady.
Yeah, exactly. And no Russell Wilson, thank God.
No Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, I think Rapid Unchained said, do you think the Vikings will stick with their current quarterback, JJ McCarthy? Yeah, but they're going to get a veteran backup, which they wanted to do with Daniel Jones, but Daniel Jones wanted to go to Indianapolis. Yeah, they'll get some sort of
check
quarterback.
I'm going to bring it up.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, we're good on sports stuff.
The things with the sports stuff, though, the spreads aren't that crazy. I mean, like, in most you get 3, like, and on a really bad team, you're like an upset, like, would be like the Jets fucking winning anything.
Yeah,
you have to bet 3 times your money.
Yeah, you have to bet kind of like 3 consecutive kind of difficult things to do, but like that maybe kind
a
of
parlay
like,
basically.
Yeah,
you have to make money. Yeah,
but maybe well, not even just those, but like let's say for example, you have like a big underdog or something like that, but like you choose 2 of games that are unlikely to hit, and then 1 game that maybe is more likely to hit, but the combo of those pays you out better, basically. Right. So you just kind of have to find where the people are more wrong, like where they're off on the bet, like kind of how you did with the Fed. You're like, this is a 1% likelihood on here, but it's should be like 10%, or more.
So there's a little. There's a
basically
chance.
finding some like what do you call it, gap in terms of like non-realistic percentages.
Yeah, so it's like
I
the
know-
chance
I
is
don't
higher
know
than
the
they're
word
giving
for it.
it, so it's like it's worth the bet, especially if the bet's not that crazy. So it's like because the outs, I'm getting 125x on my money. I'm willing to lose that money on that bet because it's not like I'm betting $1 million, right? But it's like, why not? You know,
true.
You should $25 into an Ethereum. That's crazy. that's hey,
that's
I'm down.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
No Chipotle for you. No. But anyway, that's interesting. What was I going to look? Oh yeah, this is huge news. Actually, let me pull it up. Actually.
That was interesting.
So it was rumor at the time earlier in the day, but it's been now pretty much been confirmed. I mean, everyone's talking about it right now. Is that The Economist posted it? Xi Jinping has in fact hollowed out his entire military leadership. The former CIA analyst called former. There's no former. That's a lie. But most stunning development in Chinese politics since the early days of his rise to power. Basically, there was a coup to take him out. He got a call 2 hours before it happened from one of those top officials. So basically, imagine like the 1-star general snitched and said, "Hey, they're going to try to kill you in the next 2 hours." Defend himself. They attacked the building and stuff like that. He managed to defend itself. He got them all under arrest. He's fucking killed about 3,000 of them now.
That's the thing is China's always kind of its own worst enemy.
Here's the brass that got killed.
The reason why China fails is not because they're not capable or they're not good at doing things. They're very, very capable. The problem is they tend to do things more of like quantity than quality, right?
Right.
And it even includes their government, like total shithole. But like that's why, like when they're doing stuff like this, you can't really worry. And like then you take out their Venezuelan, money and stuff like that. And like, I mean, what are they going to do? Start a war with Taiwan tomorrow? Like, no, they got too much shit going on in their own house.
The most Asian-y looking of all of them survived. That's crazy. His eyes are so spread apart. But this is so funny. Secretary of the CMC.
The only one that survived. The CMC member.
But they're all part of the CMC.
Director of the
snakes. The snakes. We got him out of here.
They did it for the power.
Charlie, this is not real, bro. This cannot be real. Dude, this is
Winnie the Pooh up.
Apparently, me and Charlie had no idea these people existed. The CMC vice chairman. I don't know about this guy. What the fuck? National Minister of Defense removed. Yeah, corruption. Chief of Staff of the CMC. Yeah, we definitely get rid of the political work guy. Oh, fuck him, dude. So people are going to spin this.
But how many people did you say? 3,000?
3,000.
That's insane. I mean, I know China has a lot of people, but that's still.
They killed them. They basically rounded up them. They're all going to die or been killed already. Their families are going to be killed. And
Very
then
North
3,000
Korean of them. Very
Yeah.
North Korean of them.
But like they actually went and invaded I mean, they went after them with military force.
Mm-hmm.
And there's two ways they're going to spin this. Either they're going to spin this which either one could be true. I mean, regardless, they try to kill them off, right? So it's like the media's going to spin this as like these guys were they're going to spin it as that these guys were basically Gigi was trying to get them to attack Taiwan. They decided not to do it because they said they might get it destroyed, or like to stop it basically. So it's like I think it's more likely that basically the country's under a bunch of stress right now economy wise. A lot of people in the provinces are not happy. It's kind of like Star Wars in a way where you have moths. Like you have these grand moths. So these are people like you have these people that run sectors, and then people under their sectors, even which are all yes men, are like these people are fucking losing their mind. The economy's bad. What are you doing? Let's not. We don't need a tariff war with the United States. Kowtow to it. Let free trade go on. Our people are fucking starving right now. We need to make money.
Right. People
are mad at us, and Gigi, like all these people lie to him. I mean, this is the military side. They lie the least, but like they still have to lie to him. Like the problem with Xi right now is that he's got nothing but yes men. The same thing happened to Stalin. No one wanted to give Stalin bad news.
Right.
I mean, there's a whole movie on it. It's kind of a comedy, but it's actually pretty much based on real events. That like they waited almost 2-3 days for Stalin to be dead to be sure that he died. Because nobody wanted to like announce that he died, because if he came back to life, they were going to get their entire family sent to the gulags.
The
Death of Stalin is such a funny movie, but there's a lot of truth to it. Like they were so afraid of him. Yeah, the military took him out because it's like I mean, this could be because if they took him out, maybe they would have attacked Taiwan, or who knows what? Like I don't.
Yeah,
like,
it slows them
it's
down.
such a gamble. It's because like the devil you know versus the devil you don't.
Right.
It's like, what if these people are way more anti-United States and just said, "Fuck it, let's bang, let's go to Taiwan now," or they were like they're kind of pro-world and like, hey, we're gonna start opening China up now. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a power grab. It's kind of Chinese history is really interesting in that way because they've always kind of had like had their core. They've kind of expanded sometimes, kind of contracted other times or whatever. But it's always this like kind of crazy Game of Thrones after like there's one dynasty for 1,000 years, another dynasty for a few hundred years. It's like pretty interesting history. But the one thing in China, like the reason why people are kind of more accepting of communism there is because if you look at Chinese history, the serfs have always been like massively controlled.
Yeah.
They've never really had a time in China where like the people were generally free. So they're kind of used to that to some extent.
What
so
is
they
that
kind of
called? It's like
authority.
a tiered system. They have it in India, like
a caste system.
A caste system in a way.
Yeah, in a little bit of a way, right? Like I would say it's very formalized in India, obviously, but not so much in China. But obviously a ranking authority. That is pretty much what they're used to.
Yeah. I mean, hey man, he survived, dude. I mean, hey, that's sick.
Hey, he's like, what's that? What's the lady in the Hunger Games? What's the character's name? Candace something?
Katniss Everdeen.
Katniss Everdeen. Yeah, he's like Katniss Everdeen right now. He's just fucking making it.
May luck always be in your favor. Damn.
Social credit score,
yeah, it's a negative, bro. They all But basically, like the economy is not doing good in the United States. What do you think is happening in China? It's doing not great.
Yeah.
Believe what you want. We're still ordering things from China. The peptide, the steroid market's hurting, bro.
But
everything's hurting, bro.
Everything could move to either India or Southeast Asia because China's gotten through the majority of the industrialization.
Correct.
So China's next biggest thing is
and the population.
Yeah, their next biggest thing will be pivoting from a totally industrialized society and like controlling the population. Problem, but then going to a digital society. So like their kind of problem has always been like they had to play catch up.
Yeah,
right. And then they caught up a good chunk, and then they have to play catch up again on another thing. But I think the digital age and the information age will be kind of a long lasting when it'll just like accelerate very fast. They kind of have to get in front of that a little bit too.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, the one thing that's going to be kind of fun to watch this year is just like the beginning of kind of the next space race to the moon.
Yeah.
Because Artemis is the thing that's NASA's launching in February to go bring people around the moon again. It'll be the longest mission away from Earth that humans have ever done. So like, I'm like, ooh, China finally going to the moon again, making America competitive. Because we always have to have somebody to be competitive with in order to like do a space race. But like, it's always interesting to watch. Like, okay, once they actually try to do something with the technology, like all of a sudden they can do amazing things, right? But
this reminds me, I hope it's not a fucking some bullshit, but I remember, didn't India announce they went to the moon?
Yeah, they did land a robot on the moon.
I thought it was a man. Like who the fucking like? But they showed like a video of it. It looks so fake and lame.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
They just
you're like,
they
no,
had very basic technology, but they just wanted basically like India just wanted to be like, hey, we're kind of doing something, right?
Yeah, it looked. No,
no, that's not it.
No, that was the one that we saw. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, because they didn't show a real video of it because they were basically showing an animation while they were listening to the radio.
Kyle, show this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not it.
But this would like discredited all this shit in the. Oh my god! Dude.
Yeah, that was the what do you call it? Like they obviously put an animation over what was actually happening at the time because they didn't have a real video of it.
Fuck, dude. If I don't have 4K video, bro, when they go to the moon, dude, I don't. Fuck, dog.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is send a radio signal back with what do you call it?
India finna start littering on the moon.
Yeah, but the one thing China did about the moon, basically, they've gone to the other side of the moon, which basically the U.S. hasn't really sent a lot of robots or anything to.
Okay.
So if they start going to parts of the moon that we haven't explored yet, and they start basically making scientific advances before us, they can kind of not make claim to the land, but they basically kind of control if they were to make a base there because they have certain minerals that are good to like build stuff on there. So like I think over the next 10 years, it's going to be kind of interesting because there will be like kind of a permanent settlement, kind of like how we have the what's that called? The International Space Station. It'll be like that, but on the moon.
You know the weird thing about that is I remember being like
the moon
like,
slum starts.
The moon slum starts. Moon buy.
Gotta go trade some meme coins on the moon.
Oh, bro, dude, I gotta have that preloaded Mumbai, bro. Fuck, dude.
Andy went to the moon before GTA 6. That's pretty good.
But fuck, that totally trailed me off my train of thought. That was so terrible, dude. Oh my god, Mumbai. But oh, and I remember. So I remember getting out of high school, and remember this was a real thing. I remember reading in the newspaper about it. In the newspaper,
in what about what
about something we discovered on the moon. We had sent some stuff on the moon, right? And they had basically discovered hydrogen 2 or hydrogen 3, which was like basically like a small amount. Was like imagine that you had like an iPhone's worth of like this gas had the same energy as like imagine an entire like building the size of like you know like the New York like I don't know like Tower 7 or some shit like that, right? Or the Empire State Building. Like it had so much energy. Basically, like if they were able to actually like transport this back to Earth, that it would like solve all this energy problems. And I haven't heard a peep of it ever since. But I remember reading about it.
Yeah, because I know they were gonna try to make some sort of jet fuel off of the lunar surface in order so that way they could like kind of propel there to other areas. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Just getting people there in the first place is the main thing. Because like basically, what do you call it? Robotic missions are kind of where it's at.
Yeah.
Right now.
So all meant to start DC. I would wait until the meeting day or right after.
Yeah, the middle of the week.
Middle of the week and stuff like that on the DCA. Save, but I would DCA it into USAC to have it ready. So you can purchase. Because
you want to be ready.
Yeah, be ready. His name's John Virtuals. That's just hilarious.
No, we haven't looked into the ecosystem underneath virtuals simply because what do you call it? You want the main, what do you call it? Token. You want the main project to do well, and you want to make your main money there. If you're making money there, then you can consider going into the sub ecosystem projects. But I mean, majority of sub ecosystem projects have not hit this cycle, so I'd stick mainly to the virtual token itself, or that'd be my recommendation. We got Ken Rose with the $2 super chat, bro.
Sheesh. Shout out to you, bro.
What?
A
good Ben Cohn meme always hits.
You know who this is? Actually, it's a motherfucker. Show it. As a
I was going to say it could be Andreas, but
yeah, actually, you're right. It could be Andreas, but like you could fix this with some minoxidil and some fucking like. This is still savable, but he doesn't want to do it. Like I don't get the point of this. Like shave it off or just go get a fucking hair transplant. He's got so much money.
Yeah, it's
Like,
part of the branding.
Charlie, I would if you were that, if it was that
Dude,
bad,
I would fucking,
Charlie, I'd be like, we're not streaming anymore. Stop.
Yeah, exactly.
We're flying to Turkey, bro.
No, I'd be doing Turkish Airlines in a minute.
Shit, dude.
I've always wanted to go to Turkey. Actually.
Yeah, the cuisine's wonderful.
I heard the baklava is great.
Oh, dude, baklava's so good.
All right, CMC Turkey trip.
Gonna hookah this shit up.
50 motherfuckers go.
Vegeta hairline.
But this is straight copium. Like these, like, come on, it had like I don't care what he says.
It's M for
it
mastermind.
bothers me. It has to bother M for mastermind.
Air maxing.
I mean, but dude, like how like it's that look. It was. I mean, I understand you're holding on a little, but like.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. If your hair was like right here, I could semi understand it, but this part right here,
That's
this
like the
Dorito
Jason
of death
Statham.
right
What
here.
do they call it again? Like a
Horseshoe.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Yeah, when your hair is like you basically keep all the hair on the sides. They're but most people either the balding starts here or here. I think this version is the best one because you basically your hair just slightly thins, but you still keep this hairline. But eventually, it's like, oh fuck, it's all gone.
Yeah.
Versus like the most dramatic one where you can catch it fast is this one, where it usually starts kind of like in the corners and then.
I think I saw a picture of Michael Jordan when he was like between like hair or something because he had like grown it out a little. I'm not sure if it was a meme or if it was like real.
I don't think I've ever seen him with hair.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Michael type in Michael Jordan with hair and see if he grows out? Because like he's probably got like some weird ass hairline from back. No, those are back in the day photos. I wonder if maybe it must have been a fake photo. Must have been a fake
That's
photo.
a fake photo of that.
Yeah, no, because like what do you call it? Yeah, none of these have it.
The fucking afro. Yeah.
So no, that was probably wrong. Oh no, that one right there, man, kind of on the Reddit on the left. Is that Michael Jordan or is that somebody else?
That could be real.
That could be real.
Damn, dog. Yeah, it looks bad. You see, when it's that bad, you used to shave the whole sides. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah. You want?
Do you guys know the sticker for Turkish Airlines stock? But I mean, actually, Turkey. I mean, there was like a little study on it and stuff. They're saying like 30% of their currency is held up by basically people going to Turkey for medical procedures. 30%, and that's their currency to the U.S. dollar peg. It's literally saving their currency.
Nice.
Because like imagine all the money that's being spent there. You're there, you're like some people just go there and leave as fast as possible, but some people actually stay for a bit, buy stuff. There's also a huge amount that people that buy from Turkish pharmacies when they go there, they're able to travel back with like a fucking suitcase full of shit. I'm pretty sure like
resell
customs, yeah.
I think we had another super chat there.
Look up Jordan 85 to okay, got it.
If you have time, can you explain the crash back in October with crypto?
October 10th, you mean?
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
I mean, 4-year cycle wise, right? What's the narrative with everybody who held crypto into that point? Basically, that should be the top of the 4-year cycle. So that the narrative, did make a lot of OGs sell at that time, for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to go into liquidation stuff.
So there's two stories. So I'll tell you the official story they're saying on all the major news channels like CNBC is that there was a glitch on Binance that caused a flash liquidation event, and basically prices cratered very rapidly, and the exchanges had to then use their balance sheet to buy up the crypto because there was no longer any bids from the best way to explain like how like the stock market and actually some of these products they use is that they're almost like NFTs. If there's if people are buying and selling the NFTs very rapidly, there's kind of liquidity because your one NFT can get bunched up with a bunch of NFTs and be purchased through a big block order. But what happens is if things crash really fast and everyone's scared to buy, it turns into an NFT and it becomes very illiquid, and then basically the price starts going down trying to catch a bid. Because the computer will go, well, buy a Bitcoin 100,000, 99, 91, it could flash crash. So if it's not a bot, it could like go down to 4,500, 45,000, 45,000.
It's a free fall because nobody's buying the price.
Exactly. And the computer will keep just doink, 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 doink. Oh, shit. And so the exchanges like Binance, Kraken, Gemini, and all the big ones just started mass buying it to cause volume because the market makers got so fucked that they took heavy losses. The market makers stopped even themselves, and then that restarted the system, and then that's where it happened. That's the story. That's all true, but the cause of it was not the glitch. So back to the China thing. You see all the stuff that happened with China. I believe the crash happened because Trump threatened China with tariffs. They retaliated, they flash crashed it. Binance is involved because Binance has ties to CCP. Justin Sun, another thing, Justin Sun got told about the event that they were going to do this to America if the tariffs went public.
Mhm.
And that's why he sold all his equity or all his tokens and got his money out and stuff while he could, because it was very weird political wise. Like you invest $75 million to get your token listed on all the Trump apparatus and stuff inside crypto.com. And he just exited it out and just leaves it. It was like 2 weeks before this happened. That was one of my first indication and clues that China had something to do with this. And then while it happened, China started flash crashing. Then the computers fritzed out because, so if you look at the tokens that crashed first, it was the Trump token, World Liberty Fi token, it was USD1 and Bonk, and then Crow token. So basically we heard them where like all the liquidity was for the Trump tokens, which was under, the World Liberty Fi and stuff. So that all crashed because of a China's effect. And then, of course, the exchange that had the glitch was a China-friendly exchange, Binance.
Yeah, I mean, that's the part
that's not being talked about. The other part was everything I just said in the first part was real that CNBC is talking about.
Yeah, there's part of me that believes, CZ got put in prison for 4 months.
Yeah.
Right. He, was told to play ball and all this stuff. So there's probably a good portion of like the global cabal, BlackRock or others probably being like, hey, ZZ, if something like that were to happen, can you kind of like make it happen a little bit more so like Vanguard can get into the game or for BlackRock to buy more Bitcoin or whatever, right? So like I do think seeing CZ at Davos and trying to like kind of create different narratives, I can kind of see him playing ball with the traditional market a little bit more. So, there's that. But then also there's a lot of market makers because of that who went bust. I think they said like almost 50% of all crypto market makers basically have gotten fucked from that.
Yeah, and then you had some funds. You had some sort of funds like venture capitalist funds that went under. Usually not big ones. It was kind of more like mid to very small ones. I'm talking about 15 million, 37 million. A lot like this. That crash actually killed a ton of like crypto native hedge funds and VC funds and stuff like that. I should say hedge funds really. Wintermute took a huge hit.
Right.
Enough where they had to like pretty much leave. Jump took a hit. I mean, basically every market maker took a hit. It was like impossible for them not to take losses. They did. They took some big losses, and Binance had to use a lot of their
which
belts.
Also made them forced sellers.
Yeah, and then the exchanges ended to become like forced totalers. I'm gonna dig into some of the numbers in the background for Coinbase because I don't think Coinbase bought too much, and neither did Kraken. And I would say like the one that got out here the squeakiest, like with the least amount of losses, was obviously Kraken. That's why they filed the S1. Crypto.com hasn't filed anything yet, and I think they're
Really? Interesting.
They should have already, especially with the Trump engine behind them. Why wouldn't they do it? Because I think they're trying to clean up the balance sheet right now to make sure it looks nice. Because I think they took losses because they were a decent holder.
I might
of
delay it
bonk.
a couple of years for them.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, I hope not. But like, yeah, it's possible. It might. Yeah, right. Because they took a loss with Crow, but they hold Crow, so they're fine. But like still on paper, like Crow went down, Bonk went down. Of course, they were holding a lot of Trump token, the World Liberty Fi token. They were holding a ton of the stable coin. There's a lot. To me, it just looks like this was a geopolitical related attack on America from China for retaliation for the tariffs. That's what I think it was started. And then, of course, the exchange that had because if this glitch happened on a U.S. exchange, we would have had the information out instantly. There was it would have been very public, and they would have been explaining more. It happened on Binance, so it's kind of like, well, it happened on Binance,
Yeah, we know what they do.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that isn't the most kosher thing to say. But I've been saying it because I believe that's absolutely what happened. I'm not discounting there wasn't a glitch over here, but it happened from a crash from over here.
Yeah,
because it was started because of retaliation for tariffs. Yeah, go ahead.
I
bro.
love Benjamin Netanyahu. All the hate being spread about my beautiful king is being led by uninformed goyim. Dear Netanyahu, I hope you know that I love you.
That's to make sure we don't get shadow banned on YouTube, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's protection, dog. That's protection. What? No. Oh man, hilarious.
Somebody asked, "What's the chance of Bitcoin? Or what would a Bitcoin's price have done if Kamala was in office?" The only change, right, would be if what do you call it, the Federal Reserve or Jerome Powell would have done more rate cuts earlier in 2025. Because of that, like that's really the only difference that I would see. Do you see anything else that would be different?
I mean, I think temporarily we would have gone higher.
Yeah.
But I'm just going. I don't have any like. It's like I have like.
But we would still be in the draconian fucking Gary Gensler bullshit. You know what I mean?
I don't have the proof, but I know it would higher.
Yeah.
But because most likely because the Dems would have stolen more money, and the money would have gone into the economy. But then it would have caused even more problems with like we still would.
To be honest, if the Somalis would have pumped the market to 200,000, I wouldn't have been totally against it.
Yo, 24, bro. Like,
have you seen the new guy that like he
do you imagine
defrauded?
Sonic went crazy or something?
The guy in Minnesota that defrauded like 100 million that killed himself.
Huh? No.
Wait, say that last part.
Yeah, there's a guy that defrauded Minnesota for like 100 million.
Whoa.
And then he KS'd himself. Yeah.
Well, at least he had the balls to do it. That's insane.
Damn.
Like, there's been so much fraud in Minnesota. It's more than the entire GDP of the country of Somalia.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Wow. Dude, what is up with some?
But
Dude,
you have to, but yeah.
Minnesota took some else, but it's mostly because what Tim Walz, because he's there. That's really the reason. Like,
yeah.
If Tim Walz wasn't the governor, the fraud still would have happened. Like, they just wouldn't have did an investigation on it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and then the other thing with all the stuff going on there right now, I'm like, to some extent, like when you look at Minnesota, right? People in Minnesota are generally like very, very compliant. It's kind of like Japan in a way. Like it's kind of like Canada. I was gonna say Canadian.
Like polite. You mean polite?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just kind of like, hey, mind our business. We just want to, do
survive
whatever.
the cold. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. But like with all the stuff going on there right now, I'm like, man, like how much meddling was done on a national level into the Democrat side there to kind of like as like a petri dish, be like to see like what's the level of compliance we can get on COVID, what's the level of compliance we can get on different protests. Like I wonder how much of it is started inorganically in order to try to like start fires, basically. You know what I mean? Like
this guy right here.
Noro man accused of running $100 million Ponzi.
Killed himself afterwards.
Well,
is a Ponzi scheme, huh?
Yeah, I can't find the actual. It's like they're keeping it on wraps. I can't find the actual guy.
Bro. It's okay. It's regardless, it's true though.
It's a worker comp scam.
Worker comp. Yeah.
Basically, he was making fake workers for worker comp, right? And then he was just making a shit ton of them.
You see, he should have just rebranded as a robotics company and like. if he attached AI to it, he would be totally still here right now.
It was 100 million.
I mean, just imagine. I mean, they've already found $7 billion of fraud in California already on Gavin Newsom's watch. So they're going to
California. So there's so much bullshit.
The Republicans are coming basically like, let's go after any competition we have right now with the Dems right now for not for the midterms but for the presidential race. I'm kind of leaning more toward I don't know who would I kind of almost wish Trump would run another term, but I know it's just going to be too hard for him to do it. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
But
there'd be a lot of pushback.
Yeah, because it's JD Vance and who else? Like, who would be his VP again? What's his name? What's that dude's name? Mark Rubio. I'm actually more for Mark Rubio being president.
Yeah, he'd probably be all right.
Because I don't think he's in the pocket as much as like to the PayPal mafia as like I don't mind a little pocket, but like you there's politics there. You need people to fund you. You need, like whether you like it or not. That's the truth. You need allies and shit because you need protection. But regardless or not, like JD does look a little compromised to me right now. But it's also from like the race side of it going crazy just because he's like, I mean, I don't, like, nothing's wrong with his wife or nothing like that. But now like everyone's wife's being called into question whether it was like a preordained CIA asset or is it like a
you could say the same thing with Melania and Russia. That was the whole.
I know.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
It gets old a little bit, but
yeah, it is.
But it does look. I mean, it's like you do have to like. But like you look at Erica. What's her name?
Kirk.
Dog. It's like it because of her. I now have to like review all wives now in politics. Now I got to really look back. Like, wow, like this is not like not true. It's real. It's real. That bitch was totally planted, 100%
Gavin Newsom's wife allegedly had been with Harvey Weinstein at one point.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I can believe that, dude. Oh my
I don't know if it's true or it's just like a
Pull
bullshit
Kevin's
rumor.
wife. I want to see what he's working with. Let's see. Kimberly.
Oh, that was the old one.
No, the
It's
new
this
one.
one, Jennifer.
Oh, she had an old one. Let's look at the old one for a second. Garfoil or Garfool?
She almost looks like the one that Bezos ended up with.
She's currently the ambassador to Greece.
What? The ties are
She's doing
deep.
better than Gavin.
Yeah.
So it's this one though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First partner. That's what we. Oh no, dude. Okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
of course.
Go to images, Kyle.
Type in Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
I just gotta see
Yeah. No.
Testimony. Oh
Testimony.
shit. Okay, let me go.
Dog.
See, I told you. I told you.
I know, I didn't doubt, bro.
I mean, you can't laugh at him because it's like a serious situation, but at the same time, you
God
know,
damn,
it's
dude.
it's a bit much.
You got these motherfuckers always want to get high profile wives, man. You just gotta not like. What's wrong with having a first lady who's just like a housewife?
Yeah.
Done. She's like, you're like, what's wrong with that?
I wonder how much money her family has, though.
Oh, well, Gavin's one of the top 3. I mean, they're like,
But
they're
I
like
think he's
royalty.
probably
So it's 2005. So they still weren't together by the time.
Well, no, I know that.
Well,
yeah,
of course.
That'd be insane if they're together. And fucking,
Yeah.
my boy Harvey's out here tapping, dude. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
But I will say this: under Harvey, man, we had hotter bitches on camera. Let's be for real.
True. Well,
Don't shoot the messenger.
Have you ever seen his interview with Candace Owens?
No.
It's
Oh no,
interesting.
Harvey. Yes. Okay, I saw a little bit of this.
She basically tried to get it out of him, like, okay, who did you make enemies with because you had no PR problems until this
Right.
time, and then now all of a sudden you have all these PR problems. Like, what happened? And he's like, basically, the Saudis bought a bunch of Hollywood IP, and then they want to make an example out of him, is what he thought. I'm like, interesting. I mean, obviously he's a piece of shit, but you know,
Yeah.
like they were like, hey, you know, this is an easy one, slam dunk.
Yeah, and there's the whole Hollywood. There's a whole thing. If you can look up the Hollywood press, there's a whole there's a lot of videos on Hollywood press. Basically, like that's how they really controlled this thing, and then like they ended up taking control of like the Golden Globes and a couple of these like prestigious like things and shit. So it's kind of it's a whole.
Yeah, I'm glad
clusterfuck.
that Gavin Newsom's just getting so much shit on that basically he'll never run for president of the United States. Like that'll be a W for America.
Yeah, but people are voting. This is what Clav was trying to say, except he's too young. Like he just didn't explain it correctly. Is just like. Is that like Gavin Newsom is literally what people want as like a president or a person because he's like tall, good looking white, tall, good looking white guy with a beautiful with a white woman, beautiful blonde hair. I don't know if she has blue eyes, but like beautiful lady. Kids look normal, not trans. Yes,
but he's a sociopath.
But he's a fucking
he's I mean, like what do you call it? I'd made this analogy a while back, calling him like what's the guy's name, Bateman from the movie.
Norman Bateman?
No. From freaking American Psycho.
Patrick Bateman.
Patrick Bateman. Yeah, exactly.
Bateman. I always think of the kid who's like loves in love with his mom, trying to kill her and
from
shit.
Psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah, no, American Psycho.
An American Psycho.
I mean, obviously they used a similar name, right?
Yeah.
For the movie, but like just in terms of like personality, whenever I first saw Gavin Newsom, I'm like, first of all, he's a guy that you cannot trust. Like, just look at the fucking dude. Like, he has the crazy eyes, right?
Right.
And then like recently, I think what do you call it? I forgot who in the Trump cabinet, but one of the guys made the similar analogy, but then he added Sparkle Beach Ken to it, mixed with Andrew or Patrick Bateman.
That guy, yeah,
yeah. But I was like, hey, that was an analogy that I thought was true. That was fucking hilarious. I forgot the guy's name, but yeah.
Yeah, he's actually kind of popping up now because people have discovered he's like, what's his name? This dude right here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll find his name right now.
Oh, should we show the?
Yeah, I'll show you the video. Yeah. That one's really good. But his name should be here very soon. Bessett.
Oh yeah,
Bessett, right?
Yeah, he was basically just bodying Gavin on a couple of things. I thought was hilarious.
The left is now kind of saying that this guy might actually be gay, and they're calling him a eunuch.
Okay,
but they're saying like, and then someone came out with entire articles, but like politics have always had eunuchs throughout history were like these sassy gay men are like, but basically what people have discovered is that Bassett can think. He's basically, this dude can live stream.
He's smart.
He's smart as fuck, and he says some really good things. Like, watch. Like, let's play this video real quick. Let me turn it down.
About what's this one about?
He's talking about the bugs a little bit, right? But as an example, he would come up with this on the fly.
We've seen the lack of energy security from this manic push for net zero, which I think we've seen in some recent scientific journals have been pushed back. Even Bill Gates is saying 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees. I'm not sure it matters. If you look at what he's doing with his own money, it looks like he believes we're going to innovate our way out of any perceived climate problem. So I think that's on one side. And then again, I think we almost reached the Saturday Night Live moment a few years ago when it was, you're not going to own anything, you're going to eat insects. I mean, it was just the inmates were running the asylum at that point.
You're not into the bugs?
Well, I can tell you, after a few days of Swiss German food, I may switch to bugs. I'm bringing
brutal,
brutal, but brutal. But like little stuff like that, and they say, now this is really hilarious. It kind of makes sense how you think of it. If you're actually gay, right? You have a partner, right? You're like two logical people, so they're trying to get over each other. So you have these quips of like trying to get over each other. Mm-hmm. So you'd imagine you get really good at comebacks. Because I remember I actually worked. I had a client of mine who was like a gay guy and shit. And man, dude, he could make jokes like a motherfucker, bro. Like, oh my god, dude. I was like, dude, god damn, dude.
He ain't fishing for fish, he's fishing for sharks.
He was like, yeah, but he was like he wasn't the sassy gay. He was like the masculine gay guy in the relationship. There's always two. It's crazy.
Yeah,
how
it was on the bottom.
Yeah, it always goes like that. But the top guy, damn, dude, he was good with the fucking comebacks, bro. Jesus. Comebacks.
I'm just saying quiet on that one.
Oh my god. Anyway, and then there's also this one right here. He had let me find it right here.
You're still talking about him?
Yeah.
So like it was unclear whether we were going to exempt gold from tariffs, which I believe we have. So there was a big move out of vaults in Switzerland, out of vaults in London to get it into New York. And look, that there are a lot of different stores of value over time. Bitcoin's becoming a store of value. Gold has historically been a store of value. I think what's interesting is where do we see the gold demand coming from? A huge amount is from China.
Yes.
Where they, as I said, they're in the middle of an economic recession / depression. People don't trust the Chinese currency because they have capital controls. There are 1.4 billion Chinese who all want to get their money out, and they won't let them. They will let them buy gold. So, like,
he's absolutely right about that. He has like he's been on this run now too as well. Like, I mean, I actually would like rather have him as fucking president, really.
He's way smarter and like reasonable and
But I think that's not going to happen because I don't think he's gay, but he might be. But it's just like America.
You never know these days.
You never know.
After Diddy, I believe anything.
After Diddy,
after during the Bush presidency, the Cowboys controversy.
Yeah, but I just want somebody competent running it. That's just not a fucking crazy and shit. You know, that's it. But like, that's it. Is it this one? Oh yeah, Gavin Newsom. Right here. When you were talking about here, man. I'm saying, man, that when they went to Davos and they went to these things, goddamn, America just slammed the world with the amount of like hot takes.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the Trump talking shit about Canada one. Oh my god, that was incredible.
I think Gavin Newsom may be cracking up with some of these things he's saying. I think he may be in over his hairdo, and being on the national stage is very different than being governor of California with no signature achievements. But to say strange things like President Trump is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. What the hell does that mean? I could say Gavin Newsom is a brontosaurus with a brain the size of a walnut. And if you brought the knee pads, maybe that was for his meeting with Alex Soros. I don't know. I think Gavin Newsom may be.
The knee pads are real.
Yeah. He actually brought him on stage. That's crazy.
I know. Well, he had somebody throw him to him. Yeah.
Insane.
But Yeah, no, Gavin Newsom not for president because that guy is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like you just, I don't know.
But the look, I understand what Clap's saying about the look.
Yeah, but you know what's kind of amazing about politicians these days? You clearly see ones that are like fucking insane or crazy or like willing to do whatever it takes to like push a narrative or whatever. And yet you still see them be able to convince a certain amount of the population that I care about you. I care about our society. And like, meanwhile, the $18 billion that was supposed to go to homeless in California, now like there's like a $500,000 cost per home that they've built for those, and they've only built like 1% of what they said they'd build. And all of a sudden Gavin Newsom has like 3 extra mansions. Oh my gosh. Like,
and that's funny how you say that, how much it costs to make these dwellings for these people, these homeless people, because
more than normal houses, or the same as normal houses.
Because during World War II, after the GIs came back, there was a housing shortage, right? Because of families, literally they built like quick homes for them, and it only cost $18,000 per person.
Mm-hmm.
Half now, obviously, even with inflation,
it's like, hey, we're not giving you the best house in the world, but we're giving you something,
because I know we need housing right now. You know? It's insane. Nick Fuentes for president. I think if it were to happen, it'd be in 15 years. You need more. There's too many normies and also too many boomers still left.
True.
It'd have to be we'd
have to get a lot of people pissed off too.
Yeah, things would have to be crazy and shit. But it's possible. It's not impossible, actually, believe it or not. But like, there's a lot of hurdles because he's so famous right now. He'd have to just survive so much bullshit. I'm not talking about assassination attempts. I'm just talking about like, maybe he softens up, because like as you get older, like you're more when you're younger, you just say more radical shit.
The scene.
Yeah, that's why I give like Clavicular a lot a lot of slack, because he's 19. I mean, imagine how stupid my takes would be.
Oh
19,
yeah,
bro.
Of course.
Yeah,
my
retarded. Oh, thanks.
I said we.
But it's play the meme. Do you see which one? Oh yeah. But nah, that's fine. But like, yes, I mean, that's actually a big one. This is so great. I released this one on Instagram and on YouTube. I got so many Democrats. Yeah, do you see? Tell them. I was like, dog, I'm not agreeing with you people. I mean, like, I'd said that California, the reason we have so much homeless here is because other states were there's a homelessness industrial complex,
right,
to make money. So other states were either getting paid some money, or actually were like, we don't want homeless in the state, so they were busing homeless to California to get rid of homeless in their state, to basically make it cheaper for their state to run everything, right? And California just took them, and the people who are in the homeless game was like, oh, this is great because we have more homeless, we can get more money, basically. And that's what they say, but it's not. But when they actually go out and actually try to, because a lot of homeless people don't even have their fucking IDs or anything.
I was gonna say, trying to do a census on homeless people is like,
it's tough.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
not accurately.
And now it's starting a little bit because it's destroyed. I mean, remember when the Chinese came over? How fast they fixed up downtown
San Francisco?
Yeah,
it's been
that was crazy. People forget about that.
The people, it's when you're the guy who lends you money and you want to borrow more money. Like the Iron Bank of Bravos came to San Francisco, so they cleaned up San Francisco. See, we're still thriving. We're still let's lend us more money. But do you think we'd get a revolution before that Nick can get elected? I'm more likely. Well, if it's 20 years, there's a possibility. But the revolution will only the weird shit is, okay, in 20 years, boomers are out of politics. They just are age-wise. They're just cooked. It's over. Right. This is the last, like, they're saying this is the real last election. Like, this is the last boomer president we're going to get. It's very unless Trump runs one more term, that's it. Like, Trump's already really old already.
Yeah.
I'm saying that respectfully. Like, respectfully.
He's probably like almost 80 now.
Yeah. Like Trump's age. Trump.
79.
70,
yeah.
He's 80, fucking 80. Like, by the time he's out, we'll be 82, 83.
Hey, dude, until you're dead.
Then he runs. Let's just say he gave him one more year, so he'd retire at 87.
Well, it's also like the most stressful job in the world.
Yeah, he's holding up pretty well.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
And it's crazy.
But he's been in stress his whole life.
Because one thing he's actually taking is he's taking a lot of aspirin. So he's taking aspirin as a blood thinner and stuff like that to keep him like. And one of the things at his age is that, like, now people are catching, like, if you hit yourself, like, this only happens to older people, right? Like I worked with a lot of older clients. Yeah, you hit yourself, you start bleeding a lot because when you're older, they're really afraid of you getting heart attacks. You're on blood thinners, and he's taking aspirin on top of that. So he hit himself. He has a blotch of red This happens to old people. You know how many people I have worked for? So many people 70 plus. They have them all over.
Yeah.
These bang themselves. What happened? I was like, Martha, what happened? I hit myself on the drawer. Oh shit. I mean, that's what it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was 68 when he first ran. What really? Wow.
No.
Do you think things get better for poor people? I think over time it's going to happen. I think the next 4 years things are going to get better. It's more of a catch up.
Yeah, well, it's only going to be the top layer of poor
Yeah.
people. It'd be basically any people that can get to towards the middle class, right? That's like kind of like a crabs in the bucket scenario right now, because a lot of it's just like separating between top and bottom, and the middle's getting drained. So if you can get, if you are on the lower end of the spectrum there, you can get back towards middle class or whatever. That's a pretty big W.
You want a real black pill right now?
Yeah.
The top 10% of income earners in America are 48% of all spending in the United States.
Say it one more time.
The top 10% of earners.
Yeah. Or 48 of all spending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1/10, 1 in 10 people spend about half the money in the United States.
Right. Like similar to Vegas here. Yeah.
Wait, which one should I use here?
I'm gonna go with this one.
And that's what it is. I mean, that means like everybody else is just spending so much less, but like the consumer economy, that's why like Vegas has been pivoting. Like, I think it's kind of a dumb move. They shouldn't have pivoted so hard, but like they're pivoting to like richer people.
Yeah.
Because same thing, if you start a business, like this is the truth. You want to, if you're starting like a products business or anything to sell, you want a high ticket item because the margins are higher.
Yeah.
You're going to sell less volume because it's very hard to sell something like, to go viral on a fidget spinner is very difficult because the margins are just, they're just bad, but you sell enough of it, you'll make money, right? It's like ketchup or anything, right? You need to be at an industrial level to make money on like a $4 or $5 product.
Yeah.
But on a $1,000, a $500, a $10,000 product, there's margin there. There's plenty of stuff. Even with products, when I was selling stuff back in the day, like I would sell stuff at like $30 because that there was enough money there where like I can make $15 per product. We try to make the product cheaper, and it was like, if anything happens, we're gonna like lose money. So yeah.
Yeah, 50% margin on a physical product is pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah. And you have to shoot like that. This is why like a lot of the newer products that sell well, you have to like put everything. Oh, it's grass fed. It's this. It's eco friendly. You have to. It's a key term for like I can charge more for this because it's healthier, because it's cost me more to make. So I pass my costs.
We should revive that rat spray business.
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
give it to Kyle and have him go on Shark Tank and try to sell it.
Oh, there's so much. I mean, like
You like chai latte?
It worked really well, but the thing is but still, like you have to be really careful with this product businesses because like then you get fictitious lawsuits and all kinds of dumb shit. It's so much headaches, man.
Litigation.
Yeah. That's why I said the red pill pivoted into products, into like the reason that the Looks Maxers like collab and stuff and all like popped up so much compared to like why like they ran away from the face. Like it's about your face, right? Because the red pill always talked about get in shape and like go out looking chicks, and a lot of the red pill switched over product wise to like mentality, because you can always blame the customer on their mentality. It was your mentality that made you. It's not my product that doesn't work. It's you didn't try hard enough. And this is a big one also in the bodybuilding game and everything. It's like, look, it's because you didn't stick to your fucking diet, which is true, but like you didn't stick to the diet. Like the blame could go back on the person, and the person goes, yeah, it was me. I am a
Legal
fuck up.
ambiguity.
Yeah, a lot of people buy something and never use it, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's that's true.
But yeah, no, I think this week will be interesting to see kind of where everything goes. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is slow as hell right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're going to see some, but it's good. Just be ready. Get your cash ready. Have it ready in USDC. Have it on your main wallet if you're going to buy Ethereum, so you can buy on a flash crash. Or if it's starting to really run up, like, oh, we're off now, then allocate quickly, and then you're in Ethereum or whatever coin you like, or get ready to have your money, or move your USDT to Solana.
Yep.
So you're able to buy Sol or whatever meme.
Yeah,
coins
as long
you're
as it's
trying to
one
do.
of the main three, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol, like you're not going to have a problem with that. You'll get
Right.
some of the up move, and then you can figure out what you're going to go into after that if you want to.
Right.
Or you can just stick with the simple stuff, whichever.
Yeah, and also for like this is mainstream. I'm not talking about like influencer, because the influencer side of the business in terms of subscriptions or like anything like that's not going away, because that model. It's the bread and butter. But like Americans are getting tired, and globally are getting tired of subscription models for bigger products. Like we're like streaming is going to destroy like TV, but now like you have to have streaming for like Disney Plus and HBO, and if you add it all up, you're still paying $100 a month. Like
Same as cable.
It's same as cable. It doesn't go away. Like look at this. You want to hear a big grift? Remember all the time when they were pushing us to get away from like the old light bulbs, go into like lower water. Tell me why my electric bill is the same.
Yeah,
we're using like
but
75% less.
You save 50 cents on light bulbs. It's a win.
There's a bunch of bullshit too, like because I travel sometimes. There's like this weird shit where like there's months where like I'm not even like at a property. Like I'm not there for weeks, and then my bill is almost still the same as if I was there the whole time.
That's crazy.
Because there's a mafia. I mean, not a mafia, but there's a certain family here in the area, right, that controls like the power company, and they're saying there's a mafia for like the cable company. Like there's the
Cable Guy.
Cable Guy.
That's a very underrated movie. Good movie.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
There's some parts of it that are like super annoying, but like it's funny.
Like right now, this is the. Let me see if I have it on me. Do I? I should.
That'll be the end of me. Subscription-based horsepower.
It started with cables and it's going back to cables. Like I've said, like now nobody wants to use Bluetooth because people are figuring out if you have Bluetooth, like if you're using Bluetooth headphones all the time, one that can be hacked, proven. This is why I said don't have a Trezor with Bluetooth. That's stupid. But the other part is they're saying like it actually can badly affect your thyroid. It's so close to your head, basically. It fucks up bees too and stuff. Like all those signals, like the bees,
really?
the bees are killing themselves or going crazy or they can't produce. It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you my friend? What? I kind of wanted the Bears to win, or at least be in the Super Bowl. At least I wanted them a shot and stuff. But just because I love the memes of Chicago dudes going crazy, it was so funny, dude. To me, I just wanted the fucking circus of it.
Yeah. I get you.
But
I think we're good there.
Well, I think. Let me see if there's any last things I saved here on the old.
No, there's a super chat. What's your prediction on Bitcoin in the next months? It depends on where January ends. So if we on January 31st close, the monthly close are below $87,500, then basically I think we are majority left translated cycles the rest of the year until Q4, basically an October low. Whereas if we close above $88,000 Bitcoin at the end of January, then there's a chance for a pretty big rebound. But yeah, I think the rebound is stronger, right, if we were to hold current prices and then get a nice monthly close. So the first half of this week, or basically into Thursday, if we start getting a market turnaround, it would be best. So yeah.
Yep. Last thing. Sure. Share my screen, Kyle. This is the breaking. Canada's prime minister says they will not plan to sign a free trade agreement with China after Trump threatened with 100% tariffs. That's good for America, not so good for Canada. But like I said, that's like the big. It's like Canada's been very, very pro China because they needed the money and stuff for a long time since 2000. I knew even as somebody in high school and somebody coming out of coming into the 2010s, I thought the China the jack off event they were having about China's going to take over the planet, China's going to do this, China holds all the debt and stuff, you don't understand, eventually America's going to fall. I just cannot believe how many people fell for that.
Yeah,
because it was just marketed to them so much. And now, all these investments happen in China. A lot of people are rushing to get their business out of China. And now all these business guys who are now 20 years older now, they're in their 40s now, they're in their 60s, they're trying to retire. They're like, yeah, honestly, doing business in China is just bullshit. A lot of my intellectual properties was stolen, forged signatures. There was a nice story with some guy who said, I had my solar business that I went public on. They had signed all these things illegally for me without my permission. And then I looked when did I sign this? I never signed it. He's like, they signed it for you. Fuck. And he's like, because of that, I was able to sell my stock. And then a year later, the company crashed. So I thank you, the guy who did that. But that's the kind of bullshit that happens in China. And it's you can't even run your business. You have to give them 50% or 51% of your company. this is the shit that like the United States has been trying to push with China over the time. That's why we've got the gloves off a little bit now. Is because they're not playing. We're playing ball with them. They're not playing with us.
Mm-hmm.
If I start a business there, it should be my business. Now I understand if there needs to be like, sure, I get communist, like a profit sharing possibly, or it could be something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But this entire thing where like you can't really have free commerce.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bees need some testosterone. I know they need like noise canceling headphones.
We got Oscar asking, what's the best cold wallet for crypto? I have 44K in Bitcoin on Coinbase. Thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Trezor. Model T. Just make sure you're not buying one with Bluetooth on it. That's like a new occurrence of it, but like Trezor all the way.
As much analog as possible, basically.
Direct from website.
Direct from their website. Do not buy, like I said before, on Amazon,
third
eBay.
parties.
No third parties. Hey, I saw Trezor at a booth. That's only one that I'm a little iffy about. But sometimes like
Somebody gave me a free Trezor from a white van down the street.
Plug it right into the home computer.
You know, I had some. Like, this happened to me once or twice. Well, you know, because we've had meetups here, and I've had people hand me, "Hey, Miguel, I want you to check something out," and they hand me a USB.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs. I'm like, "Hey, thank you, bro." I put it in my pocket.
Well, that's when everybody throws
away.
when everybody throws a link into any of the chats or whatever, it just says like, "You guys got to see this" or whatever. Like, there's no context to what the link is. I'm like, ain't touching that shit with the 10-foot pole.
Right. And of course, Trump can't run anymore, but like. He could maybe they could do it, but that's what I'm saying. It's very unlikely. And age, it's a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
And we got Christian Esquivel with saying, I have USDC ready on exchanges like Kraken.
Yeah.
You could even put in what do you call it? Limit orders if you want to, but that's if you have specific prices you're looking for and stuff.
don't pick round numbers. So let's just say you're trying to buy a coin that's 2,000. Like it's like Ethereum. I'll use Ethereum as an example. It's 2,800. You go 2,100, 2,150. You go 1,950. You don't go 2,000 flat. Like or you go like 2,478. You go near it, but not all the way.
Right.
Yeah. It's a good stream, Charlie.
Yeah, well, it's a good stream. So what do you call it? I'll be streaming next, probably Thursday. Actually, I'll be off for the beginning of the week. But what do you call it? I might be back on Wednesday, but I'm doubting it. But I'll be back on Thursday for sure, and then back to the regular schedule after that. Just a couple days off here at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, my next stream will be Wednesday because I'll be doing Fed Reacts.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll be talking about the FOMC meeting that's happening on the 28th. I'll let you guys know if I do a Tuesday stream, but yeah, I will not be streaming tomorrow on Monday. And something interesting we're doing on Thursday, you guys. If you join the Citadel right now, you can get in. We are doing a webinar with Rollo Tomasi, the Crypto Mindset course, the Cash Out course, and the Citadel will be invited to that. So if you want to ask Rollo something, now's your chance.
Nice.
Very
I was
cool.
gonna say, what do you call it? Are you not entertained? Like, if you want to play that.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
You play Rollo's deep.
Is that why you were here?
Always good, man. So thank you for joining us, you guys. We'll catch you guys on the flip side, man. Remember, if you don't know what to buy USDC. Thank you, man.